Hello and welcome to issue number 7 of Superhero Shenanigans, a Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition actual play starring these lovely people in a rotating cast that we have. I'm Claude, your GM, aka Curly Insane Guy on Threads and here on Twitch, where I do a little bit of like TTRPG and comic book discussion. Go ahead and get everyone to introduce themselves to you. I will start with Sam and have him pass it to the next one.
Hi everyone, I'm Sam. I'm here and I play Bertrum Blithley, the shrinking detective. Excited to be here. I don't know if there's anything else I need to say about myself, so Shannon, you can go ahead and go next.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I am also happy to be here, and you can find me all over the internet pretty much at Imaginif, IMAGINIF. And I'm going to send it over to Yuri.
Hello everyone, my name is Yuri, that is Y-U-R-I, pronouns she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere, and today here on Superhero Shenanigans, I am playing our warrior space bird princess, lots of adjectives, named Quillekikiokalee, so I'm very excited. And I'll pass it over to Tasha.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Like they said, my name is Tasha. You can find me here on Twitch as Natty Batty Games or on Instagram as Natasha B Cosplays, and I go by she, her pronouns, as is my character Slipstream, the fastest character on this team. And I will pass it on to Extell.
That's me. I'm Extell, aka at Extra the King on all the socials. I'm cool. Look how the way I took off my glasses. That's how you know I'm cool. Pronouns are he, him. I am playing Leo King, aka Ember, also he, him. And first time back in a while, and I'm excited to be a part of the chaos and shenanigans that are happening. So, here we go.
All right, and actually, since we are on you already, would you like to do a quick little recap provided to us by the lovely Jackie, who wrote one up for us, and Extell will be getting an extra hero point to start the session for delivering it.
Oh, lovely. This is going to be wonderful. Excuse me if I mispronounce a word here. I just noticed there's a word here that I haven't seen before, so I might mispronounce it.
I think I might know the word.
Yeah. But in our last issue of Superhero Shenanigans, titled Flights in Phantasm. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. In our last issue of Superhero Shenanigans, titled Garbage Day, we saw how heroing is not always quite as glamorous as you might imagine. Revenant returned from vacation to find the team largely absent. Was it something he said, he thought? Raven was heads down in her vault researching something. Gabe was away on a cross-country trip on his motorcycle. Marley and Ember were not there either. Bertrum arrived, having spent a late night at the library, learning what he could about the Eye of Chaos. He introduced Revenant to two new heroes who had joined the team. Quill and Slipstream. It's garbage day in Emerald City. Normally, it's not a notable event. However, on this day, trash took on a new life, literally. The city was besieged by shambling amalgamations of garbage, somehow held together roughly in the shape of humanoid creatures. Our heroes soon discovered the menace behind this mess, Death Magnetic. Taking advantage of the power's junk pile, a 3-ton mass of living garbage, Death Magnetic commanded an army of trash golems bent on taking over the city. By defeating Death Magnetic and befriending Junk Pile, our heroes saved Emerald City from a foul-smelling conquest. And now, it's time once again for another exciting adventure with our heroes of Emerald City. Welcome to Superhero
Shenanigans. Ooh, I joined late on that one. I'm so sorry. But that's okay. Thank you so much, and take that shiny hero point as we start the story in Emerald City. But first of all, before we started, everyone rolled, or I asked you to roll, initiative. Could I get those from you?
You can't actually.
21.
Oh no!
I got a 13.
I wasn't expecting to be told no. That is
With this group?
I didn't
29
expect
for me.
29.
Nice.
13 also for Slipstream. I rolled a 1.
Slipstream. We have had this conversation about your initiative performance, and
I'll
I
give
think,
my dice a
I
good
think we have to
thank you.
escalate it to like a meeting. I'm so sorry.
At least it's
Um,
consistent.
It is.
Yeah.
It is consistently in that.
We might need
like,
a whole symposium, honestly.
it's possible.
I
And
got a 16.
16 for the Speck. Tiebreaker in this instance will go to Slipstream, who had tied with Ember. So,
Mecha Ochre in the chat there.
Oh.
We'll shout out.
oh, hello.
Ooh.
Thanks for watching, and enjoy your cross-country trip on motorcycle. Yeah, we start off in Emerald City. It's been a couple of days since the last issue, and our heroes have been busy with their normal lives and whatever sort of shenanigans, I'm so sorry to use the word already, they've been getting up to. A few have research or investigations that they've been working on. Meanwhile, Ember has been away from the city. So we'll start off with Quill, who won the initiative in this instance. And feel free to chime in, others, if you have been hanging out with Quill. But Quill, where does this day find you?
I am. Oh, there's an echo. I am in Raven's estate, in the place that she has very graciously let me stay in. And I think I have collected, as some birds do, little trinkets from all the places that I've been to so far here on this new planet. The time to, I don't actually spend very much time here. And so I'm taking this small lull in action to arrange all of those little trinkets around my living space.
Yeah, we get a quick little, a big scene of Emerald City, and then we get the panel of you just setting up your nest. Is there any particular item of note that's like a good shiny you're very proud of?
There are different. She somehow talked Raven into letting her have a full-sized fridge in her room. And so there are, I think her favorite things in her living space is whatever's sitting in that fridge. Every time she goes somewhere that she knows she really likes, she'll order 2 so she can have one for later. And then Slipstream and Shannon have taught her kind of how it works. Like, if you freeze it, you can heat it up later. And so her treasure trove has been a whole bunch of little food boxes with labels on them that are in her freezer.
That's honestly a brilliant way to enjoy food. Like, if you know you're going somewhere that you're gonna like, bring home extra. Okay, added to my own brain. Yeah, that's good stuff. We'll go from there. Since we're in and around the mansion, we'll kind of shift and go to see what Raven is doing today.
Yeah, so that was incredible. I love the whole fridge food thing, and I would imagine that Slipstream has probably been kicking it up a notch and finding some really cool places for different things to like magically drop in the fridge, I'm gonna guess, to really support this new adventure into the land of foods, because we love to do it anyway. And Raven has been not too involved with it. For the last time we saw Raven was the episode where she was kind of haunted by the ghost of her dad, who had disappeared a couple of years before in an explosion in her vault that is underneath her mansion. And so that happened, and then the whole Marley, what's going on? I have chaos thing happened as well, and so Raven was just kind of not doing so great after that whole night, and went right back in. Probably spent about 2.5, 3 days in just doing mad research and processing some stuff, and so down in the vault in a research lab, back and forth kind of thing, before she probably remembered that there were guests in the house that she'd maybe just met a couple days before, and so had come out and apologized profusely to Quill for disappearing, and spent a little time there before going back, and kind of giving an open invite. You're welcome to come interrupt me at any time, and then went right back in. And so she's like hoodie on in the thing, has basically just been eating the scraps of whatever Gloria kind of throws into the room, or I'm sure there's something left there every once in a while from our new lovely speedster who's knowing that I am not eating, I'm sure. But yeah, for the most part, I'm just in there, and that's where you'll find me now. I've got piles of books all around me, and I'm just going through notes and making notes and checking, research and things like that.
And I would say, given the results you sent me for your investigation previous, you were looking into what might have happened to your father. The visions you were given by the snake bird creature kind of brought back doubts of exactly how you remembered that night. And so you began looking into what your father was looking into at the time, and who the figure was that showed up that he seemed to know pretty intimately. So far, it's mostly been his research that's you've been able to get anything on, and it looks as if he was looking into what is known as the Pact, which was a combination spell and agreement. The not sorcerer supreme, I was about to do the thing. The what do they call it? The master mage of this earth. Yeah, I know. Made an agreement of sorts and used the power of gods to essentially lock gods out of mortal affairs in this world. And there are ways through it and around it, but typically they have to act through some sort of agent. And you haven't figured out exactly why your father was looking into the pact specifically, but he seemed to suspect that there was something wrong with it. A flaw or an exploit. And yeah, that's what you've learned so far.
Cool. I will not tell anybody anything. I'm just kind of, this is all like internal. I'm just kind of packing that away. And then I think I'll close this up after I just kind of find this out. Look at the clock, and then just put it down and realize I haven't eaten in a long time, and wander out to see who might be around.
Ooh. Well, next up is the Speck. Would you happen to be at the house today? The answer doesn't have to be yes, even though it's definitely a softball option for you to grab. You don't have to.
Well, the answer is yes, actually.
Oh, well,
who would have thunk? Bertrum. Well, it was already my plan anyway, Claude. So.
I thought it might be.
Bertrum is in the library still. He's just kind of been there nonstop since last time he's been there. How long has it been since the last episode?
5 days.
2 days since
last
you were
episode.
Yeah, you were last minute.
2 days since I was okay. So yeah, the 2 days Bertrum has essentially been living in the library. He's been just spending all this time. I say all of his time. He's still going to work and doing investigations as he's been doing. But whenever he's done with that, he just kind of comes straight here, and he's just working. He's got a stack of books that magical in nature. Last time he was kind of looking into it, he was getting the vibe that maybe it wasn't quite as magical as he thought it was. So he has, for those not aware, I should mention that he's looking into the Eye of Chaos, this spherical eyeball of chaos, which he thought was a magical thing that's messing with some of his friends. Maybe it's not so much. So he has recently been looking into a lot of technology. He's been looking over blueprints with some mech suits that he had fought before. So he is also kind of turning to that a little bit and trying to see it. Maybe it's a mixture of the two. Maybe it's just not magic at all. But he is just kind of sitting at the desk, scribbling down notes of all kinds. He's got tons of pages around him where he's taking notes. He hasn't shaved in a while, so he's got like just a mustache growing and nothing else right now. Just a little bit, but like it does not come very fast. Yeah, he's just kind of doing that, and I think focused into it.
And it would have been one of those things, Raven, as you're very focused as well, and you've been like walking past to grab things. Like you've entered the library several times over the past couple of days to grab your own references, and there's just been like each time you walk in, the panel is like a growing pile around him as like a section of like a bookshelf gets kind of like scooched over. He definitely had help doing that, but now there's like a graph on the wall or like a little map on the wall and some stuff going on. He's got the schematics for the power core armor up there too, and just little notes and indexes and everything. And as you emerge today, you can now see fully that he's been hard at work on something, and he looks a little lost in the sauce at the moment right now too.
Yeah, I imagine that if you were doing this like as comic book frames, that like we're both doing that and moving books around and we're just keep passing each other, but we're
you're
really
in the
not
background of
seeing
each other's shots, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Exactly that. And Bertram, roll me a perception check.
For sure.
Because I have to do the first roll at some point.
Well, how do you like a 1 as your first roll?
I think it's thematically very appropriate. You
Total 7. Also, I like to imagine Bertram, instead of wearing his jacket that he wears over his like teal and lavender outfit, he's got just like a cardigan on. He's kind of in cozy mode. He's just got a cardigan on over his superhero outfit.
At first, I thought you were going to go the coat was now around his waist in a very 90s way, but that's also fine. That's
hilarious for the comic because I also just have the like cozy sweatshirt on.
It's the coziest couple of pages.
It's hilarious.
So you don't notice at all as Raven enters the room. She's now in the library too, either passing through or to talk to you, but you're in the books right now.
I think I would go for a book would have information, maybe more information about this that I can go refer to. You know what I mean? So I'll just go grab a book and just kind of start going through it.
All right. You two are sharing a room. Only one of you knows this fact. And now Slipstream.
Okay. Slipstream doesn't have anything to necessarily investigate at this point in time. The only curiosity she has is why did their friend freak out in that sense a few days ago? But ultimately, she's like, not my circus, not my monkeys. I just met
100%.
them. I'm not gonna judge their friend. I don't know what their powers do to them. I'm just going to step back briefly. So I think she's just focusing more as Quillek gets like more accustomed to Earth, and she can let go a little bit of regularly being around and having to teach her things about Earth. she does try and spend more time with her partner just to make sure that it's like, hey, I'm not neglecting you. Because her superhero duties, she says she's at work, essentially.
Gotcha.
When she's doing that. Her girlfriend doesn't know that she works remotely. She thinks she goes to the office so that she has an excuse to not be at home throughout the day.
Makes sense. So would you say that Slipstream is letting Quill leave the nest, as it were?
Just
Sorry.
a bit, you know?
Sorry.
And I think
had to make it happen.
But I definitely think just as a little, not parting gift, because obviously they're still friends, they're going to see each other, but, you know, to kind of celebrate her settling in, goes out and goes somewhere like in the south where gems are a little bit easier to get to, and get some like really nice thin geode like wind chimes.
Oh, nice.
Just like little amethysts and stuff like that. And she just buys a little set to bring to be a little housewarming gift for Quill.
Oh, super, super sweet. So would you say today you are just running about doing sort of normal domestic type stuff? Like,
yeah, just
nice.
Running really fast. I think she's going around, maybe going to another country briefly just to grab, you know, like, oh gosh, it's cheaper just to go over here and grab like nicer cheese for cheaper money, you know, that kind of thing. Just
Absolutely.
to save a little bit that month.
As you're doing so, or returning to the city, you get an alert. Your phone is set up by your mother to have very specific types of alerts. So you know whenever this is like a follower or someone in danger who's like basically using you as a hotline or just like a social call. This is a very specific alert because this is from Foresight specifically. This is not your mother as your mother right now. This is your mother on duty who has sent you an alert.
I pick up my phone and call. What's up? What do you need?
Are you near the other heroes of Emerald City by any chance? We've got sort of an all hands on deck situation.
Oh, okay. I'll send a text to them. I'm about 45 seconds out from Emerald City.
Gotcha. Get to them and I'll let you know what's going on.
And in that 45 seconds, I text the general group, as just everyone that I've met so far, not knowing who I'll get. Just being like, hey, who has time right now? All hands on deck. There's an emergency.
And just as a fun coincidence, right after you send that text message, everyone in the group chat also gets a picture of Mecha Ochre, covered in like soot and like clearly working on his motorcycle, but he's taken a selfie. It looks like he's just like pulled off on the side of the road. Who knows where? There's a sign, but you can't really see it. So he's on a highway basically, and he's working on his motorcycle, but he looks like he's having just the best time. So everyone would get 2 beeps in succession, one of them a little more urgent than the other. And we'll go from there as the alarm has been sounded but not described yet, to Ember, who we have not seen for quite some time. Lay out the scene for us. I know where you've been, but I don't know if everyone else is fully clued into what's been going on with you.
I think following the camera zooms away from Slipstream as she runs across water to get back to Emerald City and zooms some miles out to an island. And the camera follows up this volcano and into it as you see a head emerge from the lava. That is Ember's head, and just I start climbing up the inside of the wall, and climb my way out. I have a towel on me, that I just sort of used to wipe off my hair from less so the lava and the sweat he has built up from working out. And he puts on his clothes and checks his phone and makes sure that he doesn't have any missed calls from his brother or something.
And you've been pretty, like, off the grid, even from your friends in Emerald City. How has that been? Have you been responding to any text messages or kind of given a general, hey, I won't be available? What's the protocol for his time away?
I gave everyone who is important enough would have gotten a mostly the group of heroes that I've been working with. So
okay, I was gonna say, dare I ask for names? Who's on that list? Who's not?
You don't want to know. Feelings will be hurt.
Fantastic.
No, but gave a general like, hey, I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. Don't worry about it. And that was it. Just about the only one I've been in contact with is my brother, so to speak. And even then, not really. But I have to stay in contact with my brother for reasons.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh.
I said you would have noticed at some point during this, during your time away, that there has been someone added to the group chat. But yeah, you probably didn't dig into it too much because none of it was addressed specifically at you. Everyone seems to have respected not asking for a lot of help if it wasn't needed. Clearly nothing super emergent happened, so
yeah. And I think as we the camera sort of like pans over Ember some more, there's like a change in his like physical appearance has happened a bit more. He originally had sort of brownish eyes, but the color of them have changed to a more orange hue, and there might be a slight glow to them. Can't really tell in the daytime, but yeah, it's neither here nor there.
And as you're going through, kind of checking in on what everyone's been getting up to, it's one of those situations that I'm sure a lot of people have been in, where you check a group chat and then you see the number on it and you're like, the most recent 10 are going to be all I bother looking at, because yeah. So you would get some pictures. It seems like Mecha Ochre has been kind of like on a cross-country trip almost. Drove out for a few days and now he's driving back. There's pictures along the way. And before his most recent picture, the person who was added to the chat, so a number you don't recognize, said that there was an all hands on deck situation in Emerald City. But I'm gonna go ahead and get you to roll a perception check. This is a very specific one that we haven't had to roll yet, so I want to know the flavor of what it looks like as I believe it's called the flicker activates.
Yeah. Perception. What is my perception? Here we go. Let's look at it. Oh, there it is. So that's gonna be 16.
16. So your danger sense activates. Please describe what that looks like exactly for you.
And I imagine his sort of, as he was scrolling, he sort of hovered over left the chat and hovered over, sending a text to Marley. Just kind of was paused there for a second, and then what the audience would see is his eyes flame almost inside the pupil would sort of lick, like on the inside you would see it sort of flare up, and I'll glance over at whatever did that.
All right. You are taken aback immediately because this is not a form that I don't think anyone would have recognized necessarily. It is it's got 6 limbs, 4 legs, and 2 huge claw appendages, looking like some sort of centaur lobster creature. It's scaly, but it's got these huge pincers, and it has crawled in through one of the cave entrances. Doesn't seem bothered by the heat in the room necessarily, and it is heavily armored as it sort of tilts its head. It does have very like crustacean-like eyes almost, not quite on stalks, but it's just like these black orbs essentially. And it cocks its head and begins moving towards you pretty quickly as the feet are able to all four legs get to going in your direction. But you are not surprised by it thanks to danger sense.
I tap the power button on my phone a couple of times to do the sort of the alert thing to to people, which sends to my brother specifically, sort of the whole safety system thing. Sends to him that I am probably gonna be in distress for the moment, and to let him know that things are getting serious. And I set my phone down. I am shirtless still, so this is a thing that's happening. And I look over at it and I just say, "Well, that's who might you be? Are we a friendly visit?"
It screeches at you. It doesn't seem like an attempt at language at all. And it just gets ready to charge. You can see it like readies itself for a charge in your direction. But you do actually get to go first.
So, I'm going to stage 1 immediately.
Okay.
We got to test it out, see what's going on here. And so you sort of see the steam sort of roll off of his body as he starts heating up. And I'm going to rush over and grab this thing by the face and try to put it through the cave wall.
Oh my goodness. All right. Do we want to just do this as an attack, or do you want to attempt a grab?
It's mostly to do damage, so all-out attack. I will go here. I will use an all-out attack.
Perfect.
For this.
I have a bunch of stats today. Let me get to the right one. Okay, perfect. Roll and let me know what you got.
All-out attack adds 5 to my roll, right?
Yep. And at the cost of your defense.
Actually, I'm gonna
up to 5, so you can do a little less than that if you want, but it's...
I'll do 5, because go big or go home.
Absolutely.
That's how I live. Oh, this is going to be a big number. We got numbers here, everybody. So that's going to be 30 total.
Oh, definitely a hit. And then what is your damage at stage 1?
Let's see. It's a DC 23. I believe.
23.
Yeah, 23.
As you barrel into it. Oh, heck of a start. So it's been a little bit since you've had to fight. You've been sort of meditating and training, and this is your chance for action. You activate stage 1. You are on it in a second as your movement speed seems a little higher than what it used to be going into this. And you are able to grab the creature. You see, like, once you're on it, it's got one of those mouths that opens, like, sideways with huge fangs. And, yeah, you grab it by the head and slam it through the cave wall. And it actually rolled a 1 on its toughness. So my first roll of the night, not super hot. So, yeah, as you grab onto this, you can feel it's got, armor plating, but you did get kind of a weak spot. And as you're digging in, you can feel your fingers kind of melt into the armor, and then you slam it through the cave wall, and it drops.
So I didn't expect it to just drop.
I did not expect it to either.
I think it is. I look at my hand and I go, "It's not a good enough test, I think." And then I'll go back to my phone. Actually, no. I'm Ember. Sorry, I've been playing a different character recently who's way more reckless than Ember. I'm Ember. Ember would check and see if there's so I'd go outside.
All right. Roll a. Actually, no perception check needed. As you
I'm dragging
emerge
this
from this
thing's body,
cave.
by the way.
You see another one of these coming up the hill towards you. It's going to be one of those days, is what it looks like. And as you see it approaching, we can, or if you have anything to say before we cut back to Slipstream.
I'll just say, now this might be a good test.
All right, Slipstream, your mother over the comms lets you know pretty quickly, because you can take in lots of information very quickly. She doesn't really have to like slow down and hope you'll catch up. Yeah, so here's the issue. Daedalus still off-world, so I'm running this op. What is going on right now is it seems to be this is some sort of incursion from Kaiju Island, if you're familiar. So Kaiju Island is an island that appears often in the Pacific here on Earth, but it disappears randomly. It is a multiversal anomaly. We've never seen the full like force of Kaiju Island. It seems like it's just the beachhead of another world. And that's usually fine. Whenever it shows up, we're able to track it and everything, but we are getting signals of like the radiation that comes from Kaiju Island from several different points on the map right now. So I'm coordinating the efforts of several superhero teams at this moment. There is a situation, it looks like one of the points that they're coming from is pretty close to you, up in the Saratoga Passage waterway near Oak Harbor, Washington. I am letting you know so you can get your people together, but you should speed on over once they're ready. Vortex of the Sentinels will be by soon to transport the rest of the team with you, or after you. So yeah, once you debrief them, let them know. Vortex will be bringing comms for you all, so I can be in all of your ears.
Perfect. Okay.
I also wanted to let you know, please try not to worry. I'm trying to be very calm about this as well, but Momentum is in the field today.
Okay.
Tried to talk him out of it.
Okay. It's been a few years for him.
Yeah. Oh no, I know.
Okay.
And she, yeah,
Keep me
you hear
updated.
Of course.
And I'll head over to the mansion where I assume most of them are. As I have been stopping by the mansion, it's not been uncommon to see me there. And I just run around the mansion, truly grabbing people and bringing them all into one room, into the living room all together. Okay. This is
People are welcome to resist if they want to resist being moved, but I will say Slipstream is pretty strong.
This is Bertram's first, like, he's out of it now. Like, he's in the real world now.
That's true. You were like mid looking through a book.
I hope two of them were dissociated.
You are like turning a page. So whatever page you were turning to, once you're moved, a few pages flip after that. So you will be like 4 pages off from where you need to be. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, my book just dropped to the ground.
Immediately, like, dust comes out of it. This is a pretty old book. Slipstream, goodness, be careful.
Right. Hi. Just needed to let you all know. I texted a few seconds ago. I want you all to know that there's an emergency all-hands-on-deck situation. Oak Harbor, Kaiju Island has been coming through, and there seems to be a convergence in multiple different locations everywhere on this planet, and I don't know exactly where everyone's going to be, and I'm a little bit worried because my dad's also on the field, and he hasn't been on the field in about a few years, and I don't know what's going to happen today, but we need to be helped. We need to go to help over at Oak Harbor. I don't know who's going to be there, but we just need to make sure that civilians are okay, and they're bringing over a vortex to teleport us there. Got it?
What's Kaiju Island?
Big monsters.
Big monsters.
Not
Oh, they're
people.
just the greatest.
Not people.
I love things like that. I'm
Okay.
so excited. This is real
Raven
fun.
is already typing in all I assume he brought us into the kitchen area because that's usually where we are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm typing onto the screen, just kind of letting Ivan, the head of security, know what's what and calling the car around for anybody that needs it there. How far away is this said island?
Driving
Where we are.
distance? This would be like over an hour. Not running speed for one of you, but that is why Vortex will be delivering you there.
I did say we
hydrate
wouldn't teleport
and
there, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I was just wondering how far away it was for me. To teleport.
A little outside of your, or pretty
Yeah.
far outside of your teleport range. You could like spam teleport there probably over time. But yeah, they said they would take care of it.
Cool.
Oh, hold on. Let me go grab something real quick. Bertram goes running out.
Oh yeah, everyone grab
I don't know what he's grabbing. I am very interested. I'm kind of worried. I don't know what's going to happen with that.
He comes back pretty quickly, and he's got a camera with a strap around his neck. He's just like, I'm going to take so many pictures of these things. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to do this.
You've always wanted to go to a version of Kaju Island?
Oh, yeah. It's, I've always dinosaurs, like they're basically just dinosaurs but different, and I just love giant monsters. I watch those movies all the time. I'm such a fan. It's gonna be so much fun. Hopefully no one's hurt, because then that would be less fun, but I'm pretty excited about this. I never got called to the last one.
Like, how big are we talking?
Baby ones, like maybe a car in size, like small car. Big ones can be very big.
And we get to fight them?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that you said
I love Quill already. I want everybody.
I was saying, you're gonna, you are going
I would.
to. It's impossible.
Quill
to
needs to be protected, and I will kill for her.
Yes. Extell, it took me 30 seconds to basically say the exact same thing last time. I was
like we're
protected at all costs.
100%.
Absolutely.
So, do you speed off on your own before Vortex gets there, or are you gonna go with the gang?
If I think it's gonna be faster for me to just run over there, I'm gonna do that. Whatever is the fastest.
Probably that. You haven't worked with Vortex, who, by the sound of it, does portals, but she did say he would
The name
get
checks
there
out.
when he could. Yeah. You would know that he was a former hero in Emerald City before moving with the other Sentinels to California. So he's got to go at least that far. But yeah, if you're going to speed off, are you taking anyone with you?
Does
I guess
anyone
you
want to
do
go
have
first?
the option.
Yeah. Anyone want to ride? Or do
I'll
people-
go.
Okay. I grab Speck.
That makes sense. Are you shrinking and making this easier, or are you going to just...
Yeah,
Oh.
he's shrinking. He's got a book that he pulls out that's like a little journal that's got like Polaroids all in it of just different things he's always been excited to see.
Love a scrapbook.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I'm actually, just because of the idea and the fact that you want to bring a camera along, which is a very delicate device, I'm going to give you a hero point. You may have to fight to keep that camera okay
I will
throughout this
do
journey.
everything in my power.
And I want you to have the best chance to do that. So there's a hero point. I wish you luck.
And it is one that like I'll take the picture.
And it
come
immediately
out. Yeah.
develops.
Yeah.
And then I can get it.
Heck
and
yeah.
Put it in my notebook.
Absolutely. So the two of you speed off while the other two wait. It looks like no one else is joining you quite at this moment. You did, Raven, you were told earlier by Revenant that he was like looking into some stuff with Sala and he might not be in Emerald today. So that would explain why he hasn't showed up at the house today. And then Marley is still a no response in group chats at the moment. So the two of you are left waiting while our speedster runs off. Meanwhile, I will say, for the fun of the visual, there is the one weird crustacean centaur thing that Ember has felled. And next to it now is the other one that was walking up, and there are now two more surrounding him as he is on this mountain just throwing down with weird crustacean creatures. I will say one just swiped at you and missed with its claws, a very, very grabby claw, and the other one, Did I do this, or did I suggest it? I find myself doing that surprising amount even when not in the game. So it's like, was I just... Okay, cool.
Very fair.
So, does a 27 hit Ember? Don't tell me no.
I think so. Yeah, it does. Yeah. Stage 1. Yeah. What do we do? All of my things are 10. It doesn't matter. And they're even lower because of all of the attack. So yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So you're actually very easy to hit at the moment.
Yeah.
Perfect. Love that for me. So yeah, this hit lands, and you now get a... What happened to my stat blocks? Hello, stat blocks. You get a DC 23 toughness check.
Alrighty. And you gotta remind me again. Do I add my toughness to this roll?
Yes.
Okay, lovely. Is it still -5 because of all that attack?
No, that's just for your active defenses like dodge and parry.
Okay.
So your toughness
Gotcha.
unaffected.
So that's a 17 total.
17. Okay. It stabs into you, and you can feel kind of the puncture of it breaking skin as it squeezes onto you. Now I need you to make a strength check versus DC 16. It immediately tries to grab you in its claw.
Oh, lovely.
Thanks for the hydrate, Jackie.
As it screeches, yes, thank you, Jackie.
Ooh, lovely. Is this a flat roll? Sorry, I'm trying to make sure.
Yeah, you'll add your strength to it as your resilience.
Okay, cool. Cool beans. So that is going to be 25.
25. Yeah, so it catches you with the claw. You feel it stab into you. Another one comes to help secure that grab, and you're able to just kind of push it away. It does have to roll. These guys are just going to disappoint me all day, is what it looks like. Luckily, you're not at your highest flame aura, so he doesn't take damage just from grabbing you, but he's close. He manages to fail at grabbing you, but he did strike you pretty good. And you're at a -1 to toughness checks, and you're going to be dazed until after the next round.
Lovely. I'm gonna, if I can, I'll retaliate because I'm about to.
It's back to you, yeah.
I'm going to. They're right next to me, right? Are they close together?
Yep.
I'm gonna grab both of their heads and smash them together.
Absolutely legendary move. I will let you kind of just freestyle this as a thing. So do your normal unarmed, and what I will get you to do is take a...
That's a natural 20.
Okay, this will be fine. So I was going to do a -5 circumstance penalty for trying to grab. You're fine. The crit eats up that 5 anyway. So yeah, you slam their heads together. What I'm going to have them do is each roll against half of that normal DC, or the DC of the damage. So what is the DC on that?
23.
23, which means it's... Okay, so... Yeah, these guys are just solidly in the single digits. One of them, the one that grabbed you specifically, you've got more of a handle on him, so instead of bashing them together, it turns into more of you just flipping him onto the other one, and that one takes a bunch of damage as you just use him as a weapon against the other. He's out, the other one is a little injured. Slipstream, roll me... Slipstream and Bertrum, roll me perception checks.
Ooh.
Bertram, you are at a -5 penalty because you cannot see as quickly.
But I have a camera. That gives me that gives me a plus.
It does not. Good try. A solid attempt.
13.
13? Ooh.
You said I have a -5?
No,
Yeah.
I tried a different dice.
13. You're just solidly getting 13s though. That is unusual.
16.
16. So as you're kind of darting around, you get to around the area of Oak Harbor, and they don't know exactly where around here. They just kind of got the signal. So you then start like just running around, sort of investigating, looking for any kind of thing, and you spot like some kind of commotion on an island away from you a little bit, up on a mountain. There's just like this little melee happening in the distance.
Head there.
Okay. You'll get there in just a second. Meanwhile, back at the mansion, Raven, does your mansion, you haven't paid for this specifically, but it can be a thing just for the fun of it. Do you have any sort of specific protections against people teleporting into the mansion? And if so, have you disabled those for Vortex?
Yes and yes.
Okay, cool. Suddenly, there is a man clad in like a black bodysuit with he's got a blue sort of looks like a hole in the center, and radiating from those there's little lines, so they like cross over like on his arm. They jump from his chest to his arm to complete the silhouette of like a vortex in his chest. He's got kind of glowing blue eyes, and like he's one of those like head sock ones, if you know what I mean. He's one of those, and he pops up. Just two of you? That's right, the speedster. So she would have been gone. Raven points to you. Raven.
Quillekikiokalee.
Willie.
You're gonna have to help me. I still don't have this one down.
Oh,
How do you say your name?
Quillekikiokalee. Nice
Yeah,
to meet you.
Quillekikiokalee.
I'm not gonna remember that. Won't need
That's
to.
fine.
Doesn't matter. It's fine. Vortex. I'm shipping you to. I guess. What did she say? Foresight. What was the location again? Gotcha. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I am exhausted. I've been teleporting across the country all day. Taking a breather real quick. All right. Yeah, so he snaps and a vortex opens up in your kitchen. Pop through there, you'll be good to go.
Cool. Appreciate the help.
Raven, you're not really like super known to some of us supers, but Dragon Eye wanted me to give you a quick hello. That is the magic user on the Sentinels team. He used to have a presence here in Emerald, and then he left. But yeah, he's their magic guy. So yeah, he has spoken of you at the very least. Yeah. So Dragon Eye wanted me to give you a hello, and I am out of here because I gotta go do other things. And he's gone. He teleports, and then he pops back like in less than a second. It's like he canceled the teleport, and he's like, "Yeah, that thing's only open for like 30 more seconds. I'd hop in," and then he's gone again.
I kind of guide you like to go first, and then if you don't walk, I push you through and go through quick behind you.
You know, she would have absolutely hopped through.
All right, you hop through, and you are on an island of some sort. There are trees around. You're kind of in a harbor, is what it looks like. Meanwhile, the speedster and the shrunken one have run up onto the scene of Ember, who seems to be fighting some sort of horse-sized claw creature. Kind of small for a kaiju, if that's what it is.
And as you see me throw one of them into the other one, you hear him say, "You're going to need more of those if you want to stop me."
Oh my goodness, they're just like little Embers. I'm such a big fan. Ember, it's so good to see you. It's been a while.
Bertrum?
Howdy.
I look around, but I don't think I'll see you.
Well,
Instead, I'll see
He's definitely
this
a
person.
speedster, yeah. Holding just like Bertrum in her hands.
I take a picture of you with the two little lobsters.
Little.
Hey, Bertrum and
Slipstream, hey. Nice to meet you.
Slipstream. Nice
You're-
to meet you too.
You're Leo King, right?
Yep, that's what they call me.
I saw your video when it was like going viral a few years back, or a little bit while back. I don't remember time.
Also,
You wanna
y'all
rest
are
that
on the
fire to
same
the
group
room?
chat too, by the way.
Oh, you're the new number that's in there.
Yeah, I just started.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right.
And
hold on.
you likely would have heard of Slipstream at some point, around its social media. But yeah.
Our more important question, Ember: what else have you seen besides just these lobsters? Are they around? Is there anything else here?
He's very excited to take more pictures.
Killed one, and there's these two. Actually, hold on, and then I'll punch one.
Yeah, I will. For hilarity and the fact that it would be 3-on-1 if anyone helps, you can just have this one for free. Why not? Yeah, you drop the other one, who was a little bit dazed after being hit with his ally.
In which case, it'll be a punt. Like I'll hit him with it, and I'm still grabbing. I still like him holding on to the other one, and I'll lift that one up and like punt this one across the island.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it bounces and skids. It was pretty heavy, but I mean, you kick hard, so it doesn't like it's not one of those things where you drop something heavier than you think and kick it and hurt yourself. No, you send it flying.
And then I'll drop this one, and I'll approach the two of you, and I'll say, "What's this sit rep? What's happening?"
Apparently, there's an incursion from Kaiju Island, and it's happening in a bunch of different places all over the world.
And we need it anywhere?
Here was where I was sent.
Oh,
So there's more.
The three of you do a perception check.
I'm picking a new dice. A new dice.
I don't trust any of your dice so far. I mean, I trust them for me.
Better.
But
it's another natural 20 for me. I don't know what's
I rolled a
happening.
19, so I got 25.
Wow.
29 total for me.
Okay.
11's the highest I've rolled all night. So
You know what? We take what we get. So someone got over 25? Did I hear or no?
I got a 29 total
I
with a
got
natural 20.
25. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So 25 and up will see two things, but everyone sees not too far from here a portal open up, like blue light streaming a little ways in the distance as the two allies appear. And yeah, you can kind of recognize just shape-wise that these are your friends. And then the ones who got 25 or higher can see these large sort of birds, flying down in their direction. There's like probably 6 of them. It's one of those weird things where you're like, oh, like birds, and then you're like, oh, they look big, but it must be because they're just big. It's one of those things where it seems like it's a perspective thing at first, but you're like, oh no, those are just like people sized.
I'm gonna use the zoom on my camera to get a good look at them.
Okay, yeah, these I have affectionately named in their stat block as gulls, but they are they're very pterodactyl-y, but they've got claws at the end that aren't just like claws on the wing, they extend a little, so it's like a forearm added onto the wing in a weird way.
You call them gulls, so they have like a big seagull thing?
Yeah, they've got like, yeah.
The pterogulls?
A pincer. It's more proboscis-y than straight up.
I'm uncomfortable with
Pterodactyls.
that.
Webbed wings instead of feathered?
Yeah, it's unfeathered completely.
Got it.
Yeah.
Reptile-y birds.
2 things. Stage 3.
Oh, I'm just going straight there.
Second thing, big rock throw.
I think there's big rock to throw. I will say going up to stage 3 would take another move and standard action, so you'll just get to there and
I'll do
extra
extra effort if I need to.
throw a rock. Absolutely. And then yeah, I'll start.
I got 3
enforcing-
hero points.
You
I
do.
was just going to say, you have a hero point you can use.
This is true. Okay, so now that I've got initiatives that I'm looking at all at once, we'll pick up from there after yours. You are the last, so that works really well. Yeah, go ahead and throw big rock.
Lovely. Is there a throw stat? Oh, there is.
There is, yeah. I think it's built in. I don't know if I put it on your cheat sheet
it's there.
offense. Oh, nice.
No, yeah,
Go
it's
me.
there. So I can lift 12 tons here. So I'm
Yes,
going for
you
the
can.
biggest boulder I can do. And we're going to see what happens from here.
In the words of Donkey, that's a nice boulder.
Yeah.
that
18
favorite?
total for this roll.
18? Oh boy. Nice. Their dodginess is their best stat, but an 18 was exactly what was needed. All right, I'm gonna need to switch dice at this point. So yeah, this boulder slams into the creature. It is larger than the creature by a good bit. These are, I said people size, but like, how to make this not sound terrible? Child size, large child size, and a boulder hits one of these and just kind of carries it with it into the water with a nice bloop that everyone hears now, and you all also start hearing the screeching of these things.
So are these monsters
I
like,
set Speck down.
as you're doing it, he's like, now are these creatures like, I haven't dealt with Kaiju Island myself before, but are these like, we need to like fight and or kill these things that some people may have already done? Or is this like there's an ecological problem and lesson we need to learn and we should really just like help get these things back home?
Well, they'll go back home eventually from what I remember studying in school. I think they have to do with like, it's multi-dimensional, so eventually they'll kind of phase back. But right now, they're just a menace, and we're just trying to make sure they don't hurt anyone.
Sounds easy enough.
Would that be correct from
Awesome.
Slipstream's perspective?
I was about to, as Slipstream understands it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, usually it's more, sometimes they're left behind
Mhm.
when it phases out again. But like, it's a weird like locality thing where
Yeah.
if they get out of a certain range, then they
Yep.
don't fade away. But yeah, and you would also know, since you have kind of picked up the baton for this, this is not unusual, them being not kaiju sized, because the kaiju have to eat something on their world,
True.
and these are the smaller prey, but they are also fearsome creatures in their own right. But yeah, in just a moment, I'll say now actually, Foresight comes back on the comms. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention to it, Vortex did hand you comms, Raven, to distribute, and so everyone can speak with one another. So if you've got them going, Foresight would then let you know that that is the case. These are the small creatures. Just stay in the locality that you're at right now. If anything spreads too far, that could be a concern. Not a huge populated area that you're at, but we don't know how big the incursion is itself. So just keep an eye out. Let us know if things get out of hand. Freedom City right now is actually, there's an actual kaiju here, so there is some concern that one could pop up on your coast as well. So yeah, let us know if things get bad enough that you need help.
Got it.
Hi, Foresight.
Hi. There's like a pause. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm managing
That's all right. I
6 teams
understand.
now. It's okay.
And in that same realm, because you said there were 2 of the flying ones, right?
Yes.
I grab another hefty rock. I probably can't throw one as far as Ember can. That's really, really big, but I can get a pretty hefty rock, and I just run back several paces and I don't even throw it. I think it's just more of like an overhand, like soccer.
Just
like,
let it go.
toss, but it's at high speed, so it's like the fastest catapult you've ever seen.
Oh, that's a fun visual.
That's wonderful,
Yeah, everyone feel free to flavor all of your attacks this time, because it is going to be waves and waves of monsters of different varieties. So yeah, roll a throw.
And she's like, flying ones are going to be the most bothersome to make sure they don't leave the range, essentially. I think I would assume I just use my regular to hit.
You should have a
My
throw.
throw's +1.
Ooh.
16.
16. So sadly, a large rock pretty like this is hefty. Misses
Thought it'd be
this
more.
thing.
I thought it'd be
ducks,
more.
it ducks out of the way. Yeah. I thought it would be too. It might be that I have done something wrong on your sheet, but I don't know. I
The
think
base
I could be
strength
right.
and fighting based.
It'd be dexterity based or range combat.
That is correct. I don't have a high dexterity.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it whizzes on past them, and we circle back around to Quill. Actually, top of the order.
Yeah, are we still on, like...
Yeah, so
Pretty
now
far
with all
removed.
the throwing and the screeching and people carrying on, you're both aware of like each other's locations in the group, but y'all are one's on an island, one's on land right now.
She turns around to Raven and first is like, man, the thing that lets the lady talk in our head. Sweet, do I have to have that? I don't think I like the talking in my head bit.
You can take that off if you don't want to. That just helps us talk to each other on the team. They're little communication devices, so we can decide if we want to talk here. You can take yours off if you don't want. You just
Okay.
won't know what we're saying. Up to you.
Okay.
I know
No,
this is a
it's
little
fine.
weird.
As long as she doesn't talk too often, it's just so weird. It's just really weird.
She won't talk anymore, but it'll be more like we'll talk. The team
Okay,
will.
I guess it's okay, because I know you guys, so it's not as weird. Do you need... I don't know if... do you need me to take you over there, or do you...
No, I actually can do that teleport thing, but just not as far as what we just did. That was going to be my question. How far are we from this island?
Yeah.
Far enough that I can completely hand wave the distance you need to travel with the portal.
Yeah, I can go
Okay.
8 miles, I believe.
Yeah,
The portal?
you can get there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So would I have been able to do that before the turn, or do we need to do a pause and do it after?
No, we'll pick it up. We'll get you all together before the turn starts rolling that way. So, so are you opening the portal to go to them or to get them to y'all? Which direction do you want to go? I guess collectively.
Yeah, I would just go to them. So I
Yeah.
would just shield up and portal over, basically.
Cool. Yeah. Raven and Quill have joined the group. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Then we
And you get a
pop
rusty
up,
dagger.
like... we pop
Sorry.
up behind you guys, and the first thing Quill does is they look at the pterodactyly birds and then look at the floor, where I'm assuming like the bodies of these lobster things are somewhere laying around nearby.
Yeah, there's like 4 of them now, just like laying.
They also might be starting to cook because it is very hot around me.
Oh, they have to be so delicious. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that.
Weird assumption.
Literally
You're
going
like
to ask.
A
You've been
horse
describing
lobster?
lobster and now they're
Delicious.
cooked.
It's a horse lobster.
Well, yeah, but like
So
if
much
they still
meat.
have like a lobster tail, that's all you need.
A-
You don't need the rest
Lures.
of it.
A horse
Um,
tail. Delicious.
Yeah, but when she sees the lobster things, and then turns back to Raven, I thought you guys said these would be bigger, and she's very sad, disappointed.
They're usually
Oh, they'll get bigger. Trust me, they're gonna be real big ones.
As she
He's
like
so hyped.
just kind of takes a jump and starts making her way up to the other very non-bird things. And as she passes over the rest of you, she just looks down and goes, "Hello," and makes her way up. And I think I will attack one of them. Oh, that was my echo. I will attack one of them with my talons, as I'm now just flying at it, essentially.
as
with
they
my,
go
my
up
talons out.
to Leo as they fly up. I just go like, and that's Quillekikiokalee. They're a princess from a different planet.
Oh, Quillekikiokalee. Got it.
Anybody else want to do a
Different
storybook
planet?
now?
Wait, that's the. It takes him a second. He's like, okay, that's a cool. Wait, planet, and then.
Bird planet.
Hold up. Right, I was about to say, everyone else has been very, like, terrestrial. There's someone from another world, but that's like a parallel universe. But yeah, this is our one extraterrestrial so far.
Yeah. Let's see. That is with my talents. Oh God, 13 plus 8. That is a 21.
21
And I
hits.
do crit on a 17 to 20, and I got a 21. So.
Is it
Oh,
a
was that
17 on the
before
dice?
or after?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
on the
with the
dice.
dice. So no. And that is damage 2 with my talent if it hits.
damage 2? Should be, I think it's 2 strength based, so it'll add to your strength. Does it have a, like a damage DC on the offense?
Oh, yes. 25.
25. Yikes. Yikes yeah, you fly up and your talon tears into this thing. It is a smaller and inferior bird to you. As you basically gut it, and it goes falling into the water below.
Yeah. She just kind of goes, what? As it starts falling, and she kind of makes her way like around to prepare to grab another one of these.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking for their initiative because I wrote very sloppily. They go very late. Cool. Yeah, that takes us to Raven. I'm so sorry. The way I write your name looks like darn. Like I turn Raven into darn, and that
Tracks with my day today, so
Just-
that's yeah.
darn. Such strong language too. I'm so sorry.
It's our PG-13 channel. Nice job.
Yeah, I do what I can.
I'll break
Someone
it. I
has
still
to
have
be
time.
on. Someone has to be on point with that.
It ain't gonna be me. Yeah, so Raven is she kind of watches Quillekikiokalee just for a second, and is like, because last experience in battle was that vicious attack. So still a little kind of like in awe, but also like, just want to see what she's got for moves. So she actually kind of pauses and watches that, and then, oh yeah, okay, and realizes, oh yeah, I probably should get in this fight. And then just throws a Mystic Blast over at anyone that is there, whatever is the closest.
All right.
And
Yeah,
that's-
there's a couple more of these flyers.
Cool. That's a DC 27.
What did you get on the hit? The roll to hit.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know how to do that. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't think I rolled that, do I? There's nothing on my sheet. It just says DC 27. I rolled the hit. So do I just roll? What do I hit? Does it-
Should have a roll to hit. Let me see. Your
I just
Mystic
went there, man.
Blast is a +8.
Okay, cool. That is not on my sheet. I will have to add that. So that is a 16.
16. I think it probably got bumped off your offenses because you have so many choices. So what did you get? Yeah, I know. I was about to say that's what happened with that.
Yeah.
Output.
16. I will
16?
make a note of that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even check the sheet to see if they were all visible.
No, it's fine. I bow to you, all-knowing GM.
It's a little far. Unfortunately, I feel bad now after that. That the Mystic Bolt does in fact miss.
Do I get a hero point?
So I'll get a hero point for groveling. I feel weird about
Yeah.
that. No,
Right.
that encourages
so
the
it
behavior.
misses, right?
Yes.
So it misses. So it's because I'm still just like basically watching Quill while this is happening. I'm enamored.
That makes a lot of sense. You hear in the distance, and just kind of now realizing that, okay, you're on a bit of a mountain thing, but this is a pretty heavily wooded area. You hear a roar of sorts somewhere in the woods. Yeah, it's loud enough that no perception check is needed. But if you want to roll a perception to like locate it, exactly where it's coming from. Oh, one of you might actually be able to see it because you're up in the air. So perception check, for sure, for Quill and anyone else who wants one.
18.
25.
Ooh. Very nice.
24.
Okay. So
29.
what is happening? So many high rolls. So you all know exactly which direction to go to get to this thing. Quill, you would see from
Really
above.
obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. There's kind of like an outcropping of trees, and you see a tree fall down as this thing pushes it over. From your view, this is great because you don't know what earth creatures look like. So it's kind of this huge thing with really long arms and like claws that look like shovels, basically. It's got a small head, little eyes, these like little tufts. And yeah, it's I want to know what people are guessing. I have shorthand
Like
to give.
a mole. It's like a mole?
Almost.
Almost.
So to the crowd and to players, what I've mostly done to make these is just pick two animals and shove them together and add scales. So that's the formula. I'm so sorry to destroy the illusion.
That's a
Hell
good
yeah.
formula. That's great.
But these are
It's
two.
working.
These are
Don't
two
apologize.
things, and Quill has no reference for it. So until one of you see
No,
it, I won't
it's
tell you
just
what it is.
Monster.
But it's really big. It's bigger than
with
any
my-
person you've seen so far.
With my eagle-eyed senses, can I, because I know trees, that I know, can I get a sense of how big this thing is?
Yeah, it's it's like 12 feet tall.
They're getting bigger.
They're growing.
Richard's so excited. I imagine him just next to me, just jittering with excitement. I'm just like, okay.
And I will say, with everyone's awesome perception, you hear that roar, and then it's like a call and response of a couple other of those roars, but like in different locations. There's monsters about, and you can also hear more of the screams. Like there's more of these flying ones, too. Nice. I'm just gonna throw a billion monsters at all of you, by the way. That is the plan here.
Let's
You
go.
said we're at like an island situation. Do we pass by any docks on the run in? I would
No,
imagine
this is
there-
not really. This is like an island that people don't. It's
But like on the other side, maybe like on the
oh
river.
yeah, across before you came over. Yeah, there's definitely docks over there. There are like small boats parked there. This particular island is basically like a nature preserve. People aren't really supposed to be here unless they're badasses who can chill in lava. And then you're fine. But yeah, it's really like you've left where people would be
Yeah.
behind you when you're over here. But if they go that way, that could be the problem.
Just because I was gonna dip and be like, be right back. And I was gonna go to one of the docks and grab rope.
Okay, I like that. I'll do it on your turn though.
Yes,
We'll
yes.
come back to that.
I just wanted to make it.
So I almost said what I'm basing this one on. The large things move about. The one that you all heard close by is getting closer, and you hear roars from the other ones that could be anywhere. And then I have written something else I can't read that is... Oh, actually, it's the Speck, and then there's someone else after that I have to decode my writing while you do this. What could I have meant by these strange markings?
Slipstream or Ember would be after. Because we both got a 13.
Yeah, so it's the Speck, and then I have some people. My monsters are written... Those are the ones I can't read right now.
Got it.
Oh, I know what this says. Okay. What are you up to, Mr. the Speck?
He is like Slipstream, so he's kind of jittery. He's excited. He's a little torn. He's like, we gotta stop these things. They're so beautiful and majestic, but also like we're beating them up and or killing them. And he doesn't feel super great about that, but he understands. It's kind of
They all definitely so far have given the vibe that they are only interested in eating you.
Yeah, I get
So there's that.
And I can't see these new things yet.
Nope.
Can I jump up? Because, like, we were next to Ember, and Ember was next to the volcano. Can I start, like, leaping up the volcano
Yeah.
to try and get an eye view on them?
Yeah. Just taking multiple actions to hop up.
I only want to use my move action.
Then just go a little ways up. Yeah, are you taking another look from there?
If I could, yeah. I want to do something.
Yeah. You keep making me nervous with I have a thing and I want to do something. Okay, but go for it. Roll perception from there.
25.
25. You have spotted the nearest of the bears, and you can definitely see that trees are moving. Sorry, from what you can see, this is like a scaly bear with sloth arms.
A
Like
slayer.
giant sloth. This is a slayer. It's
Or
not what I have.
moth.
A bath. Going to take a bath. Okay. Yes. You definitely see this creature, and it's big.
Okay.
It's like polar bear big.
Ooh, that's like 12 feet tall.
I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what I said.
Yeah, exactly. So Bertram's first gonna just snap a quick picture. Take it out, put it in his notebook.
What do you think would be the role for photography? There is expertise photography, which you don't have.
How dare you make me roll for photography?
I just want to know how well you take this picture.
I should clearly use my investigation, as I'm investigating the best part about them that I want to record.
You can. I know you are a very great investigator. You can.
Or perhaps I'll use my boomerang skill.
That's the one. No, investigation, but I will give you a minus. How generous am I today? A -5 circumstance bonus.
I thought you were my best friend.
Look, you are doing this as a free action, sir.
That makes it a 23.
You have a wonderful picture of this. This is one of those, like, get me pictures of Spider-Man, but it's get me pictures of the Both. And you get a great one.
Awesome.
Or the Slayer.
This is great. This will blow up nicely. And then, does aid qualify under my special advantage called Setup 2?
Can you aid two people? Basically?
Yeah.
Yes, you may.
Okay. Now, does aid... I was trying to look up the wording on aid. Do I have to pick one target to aid, or do I pick 2 allies to aid their next attack roll?
You'll pick 2 allies, and you can either choose to help them defend themselves or help them on the attack.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so... here's my thinking. There are 4 people here.
Oh my gosh, there are.
That aren't me. There's 5 if you count me, but there's 4 other
We
ones.
never do.
I'm gonna do
I'm
this.
sorry.
Coolest. I know. You didn't want to talk to me on the comms. I tried. She brushed me off.
She's a married woman.
Bertram is happily married as well. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
he's...
also happily married. I just wanted to catch up with an old friend. So I'm actually gonna aid. I'm gonna use extra effort and aid everyone.
You're gonna do it twice. I love that. Okay.
And I roll an attack roll.
Yep. Sorry, what was that?
Blah blah blah. That's 26.
26. Okay. And then for the second one, since it's 2 different aids,
Okay.
spread out. Yeah.
So that one goes to Ember and Quill, and then this one will go to those other 2.
Nameless 2. Why did you say it like that?
Oh,
This
that's
one will
even
go to
better.
those rooms.
That's a 29.
Goodness. Okay, so everyone is getting a lovely +5 to their attacks this coming turn. Well done.
I'm gonna say it because I'm gonna forget next turn, but I'm gonna use one of my camera hero point to not be fatigued.
Gotcha. My question to you is how you are aiding them.
Boomerang.
would you like to make that a complete sentence?
Good point. Love it.
I'm
Enough
just,
said, boomerang.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Duh.
honestly, you don't need to.
I have my boomerang set up where I just throw it, and it's gonna go between all of the kaiju and kind of swirl around them to kind of distract them because they're just kind of go through back and forth past their eye line. So it just makes it they're more distracted, so the others can just kind of take advantage of that.
I love that. Next we go to more movement is happening. I'm so sorry I don't have a map for this. I'm Theater of the Minding, but just know that I am moving people so that they will show up soon. Yeah, so a lot of things are not here yet. We then go to Slipstream.
Ooh, like I said, I'm running off to go get some rope. Just thinking, I feel like this might be necessary later on. But she tells everyone, "Be right back." And
the most D&D instinct I've ever seen. Yeah. Alternatively, scouts. Yeah,
like,
you can do that
finds a little piece of paper, writes IOU on it, slaps it wherever the rope was, and grabs the rope.
Lovely. Yeah, you're able to get a nice length of rope from the docks. It's with quickness. You can do routine actions for free or like very rapidly. So you do still have a standard action after running and coming back.
Great.
So you just ran, grabbed it, and yeah, if you want to do something else, you have that option. I'm guessing you just plop the rope down, or you're gonna carry it with you from now on.
Is there one close enough that it's broken through the tree line yet?
There's one like in the tree line, basically. You can see it, the closest one that you all heard the most. It's in sight. Okay. It's right now swinging these huge, like, they're disproportionate to the bottom of its body. These huge paws are like swiping at a tiny piece of wood that's, yeah.
Disproportionate to the bottom size is what I want to hear as I run forward with the rope. And I'm just going to start doing a Battle of Hoth maneuver and just start running the rope around the legs of the creature.
I love this. So I will say the rope right now is giving you the benefit of...
I'm going to tie like on a tree, essentially. I'm going to do like a quick tie on a tree and then just start running.
Nice. Yeah, so I'll say this is basically acting as giving you the improved trip advantage if you don't already have it. That means you can try a trip against this without suffering a penalty. So go ahead and roll a trip attempt. That'll be with your close combat. Or just your fighting if you don't have a specific trip one.
+9. And do I automatically add the +5 or do I...
You do get the +5. You get the +5 for this turn.
14 +9. 20.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. You're a speedster.
Yeah.
You're gonna be accurate. Yeah. This thing will try to resist being tripped using its acrobatics. Oh no. It doesn't have a good acrobatics. It has fallen prone. And I will also say it is it's restrained, so it'll have to break free before it can move pretty easily. Yeah, which is just a move action for it to try to break free. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's this thing has fallen in a growly thump.
Yeah.
And it can't get up.
Oh no.
I've fallen.
Kaiju alert.
The Slayer reaches over and presses. No.
What? I run out of its reach so that it can't swipe at me.
All right, Ember, it is your go.
So I think this time my wounds are healing. So I guess the only one nearby, Raven, you've seen this before. I think you were there when this happened.
Yeah, I think when we fought the Alice in Wonderland people, the cards and stuff. Did it happen then?
What?
Yeah,
What?
Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's another story. They get on in character. They get on Ember's nerves to
They
no
fought
extent.
the Mad Hatter. Don't worry. Well, they fought the White Rabbit. The Mad Hatter didn't do much, actually.
They're gonna
but the
come
White
back.
Rabbit-
They said 3 months.
I still wanted to adopt the
This is why I
Dormouse.
need a
It would've
calendar.
been great.
3 months from now.
Side note. I have talked to Claude outside of this. Ember has almost died to them. So that gives you their range of what we saw in that episode.
They're very goofy, but they have almost killed Ember.
But anyway, the flames sort of like lick out of his wounds as they close up, and he'll look over to you and say, "Is anyone else coming?"
I think this is it.
Oh,
I've been
all right,
getting
we got our work cut off.
no
for us.
responses from people. How about you?
I let my brother know, but it's my brother. But it looks like we have to make do.
We got this.
Sorry, the Speck, was that you taking a picture of this
Yes,
emotional
yes.
exchange?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Just making sure you're like, oh look, a knowing glance. I'll
Incredible.
let's get that.
Yeah.
And I'll
Like
I'll take
leveled
the.
up.
It's a whole story. Is Marley tracker? Okay.
I don't know. I wish I had a better answer. I hope so.
I'll put the comm in my ear and I'll say, we'll focus on things at hand then. And I will look to you and give you like the nod, his normal nod of I'm in hero mode, and there's a big grin on his face. And I'm going to leap towards one of these things. And I'm going to, when I land, I'm going to try to land flying through the air with my leap. I'm going to try to wrap my arm around its neck, and if I can't do that, just somewhere so that I can try to like wrangle it to like fall over, basically.
Gotcha. Is this the one that was being tripped already, or no?
No, I'm going to a different one.
Okay, cool. I was about to say that one is prone already, so yeah, you leave. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Roll them bones.
And I'm going to do an all-out attack on this if that counts.
Can I do an assist on this, knowing that he needs a win? Can I use the mystical constructs to give him a little bit extra reach around to hold on?
So first, if Ember would like that, then yes, and I will, or if Extell really
For
would
sure.
like that, because Ember doesn't know what's happening. But and then
Yeah.
I'll charge you a hero point for it, since you're
Absolutely.
acting out of turn.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
All right, what does it look like as you assist? You are getting a +5 from Bertrum for this still too, by the way. So
In which case, I won't do the all-out attack.
I was about to say, if you want a power attack, it's essentially free right now.
Yeah, I'm just going to use the mystic constructs to basically create additional flames that extend whatever Ember is doing on his own. So it looks like an extension of what he's doing to wrap around to hold on.
Well, that's cool.
Just giving him some extra reach, and it's going to look as much like Ember as you can. You'd have to look close to see.
Lovely. Love that. And I will attack. I changed my mind. We're going to do it. It's a long time. We're living life.
Do it.
So that's going to be, it's a 15 on the die,
Yes.
plus 10. It's 25.
Oh dear.
Everything
That's
okay?
definitely a hit, yeah. No, you got it. I was just thinking you would really benefit from having multi-attack, because you get more damage
actually-
the more you exceed their defenses, and you would be terrifying with that.
Oh yeah, that's it. So yeah, and actually, there's still 6 more to that. So that's really a 31. 'Cause I forgot to add my own unarmed. I just added the benefits I got instead of my own attack.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, was the 10 from them or from your own attack? Okay, that makes more sense.
So all out attack plus the 5, so 10, and then plus my 6. So it's a 31 total to hit.
Oh heavens. Okay.
So just barely.
Yeah, you
The
manage.
31 hit.
It does. I want to say no to that one day. This is the system to
DC.
do it with speedsters. Yeah, DC
DC on this one, since I'm in third stage, is 29.
29. Okay. This thing is one of the tougher of these. Doesn't matter in this case. Let me see how far that failed by. I can do math. So this thing is at a -1 to future saves and has been staggered. The second stagger drops it. Yeah, this one takes this huge hit. You can, you feel the sizzle as you stomp into it. Yeah, you wrap around,
just
you bring it
kinda
down
nod.
with you.
It's just one of those wrenching moans. If it had horns, I would have grabbed it, but it's like around the
I
neck
should have
instead,
given
and
it
I'm
horns.
like just pinning it down. Also, we got a hydrate in chat.
Oh, let's do it. All right. After Ember, that takes us back around to Quill.
Yeah. I messed up on my last turn because I forgot I had takedown and I did takedown a
You
bird, but
coulda
it's
kept
okay
going.
because I remember now, so it's okay. All right, so I'm still in the air. How many of these bird things are still there?
Now, because others have like joined, there are 3 of them in the immediate area.
Okay, so I see that there are bigger things on the ground, and I'm just like, oh, nice. Okay, they get bigger. Bertrum was right. And so, now I just want to try to get rid of these as quickly as I can so I can go fight the bigger thing.
run.
So I'm going to go ahead and just use... I'm gonna punch the birds. I'm gonna use my regular unarmed because that is more accurate, and I know it is, to attempt to just literally knock it out of the air.
They're small. They've got bones that you can break that makes them not fly anymore for sure if you just start punching.
I mean, anything if you hit it hard enough, you know what I mean? That is 12 plus 14, which is, I can do math. 26.
Yeah, definitely hits. So, behind the curtain for these, they're really easy to punch, but they're birds, so I expected more ranged attacks. They're very hard to hit at range, but at close range, yeah, you hit this one for sure.
I mean, it's bird v bird right now.
It is bird v
Let's
bird.
go.
Who's the dominant bird?
Yeah, who is the
you
dominant
crunch
bird?
into this one
Alpha
and
bird.
send it falling, as you basically your wings shoot you forward, you punch this one, and you're able to keep that takedown chain going. So
Nice. We're gonna punch the next one.
all right,
uh,
roll some toughnesses.
nice. That's a 13 plus 12. That's a 25.
That's a hit. Another bird falls.
Let's go.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you can go to the next one.
Takedown is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Love
Takedown feels good until there's a
Oh.
great toughness save or the GM gets tired of it and gives you a hero point to stop it. What'd you get on that one?
So that wasn't as good. So that's a 7 plus 12, which is only a 19.
Nice. Good math. That is still a hit, which is sad for me.
Nice.
But I did roll well on the toughness. What is the DC on this?
23.
Darn it. I didn't roll well enough on the toughness. I skirted that
it's
one pretty
just-
close. Yeah.
Whereas, Slipstream and Raven would have seen Quill get genuinely angry at that first fight with the dude that got in our heads. This, even though you notice she's going full in, is different. She looks excited. She looks very excited to be doing this. And so she's essentially ballerinaing around in the air just punching these things in the head, and you just see them just as they fall.
Can I get a hashtag bird punch in chat? Just bird punching things. Yeah, so that's another one falls. This one, like at the last minute, like clearly tries to flap away. It's doesn't maneuver as well as you, and like as it tries to turn and swing, you still manage to catch it just before it kind of darts out of reach. So you jump from one to the other, and all three are now falling. Takedown chain could keep going if you can get to something in range.
No, I think she'll just because I do have like my move by, so she does that. She's just like, yeah, and she looks around for whatever looks the biggest, and I'll use the rest of my turn as just kind of flying towards that.
Roll me a perception on what is the biggest real quick. 'Cause there might be
love
other things
to.
on the field.
With my keen little bird eyes, I rolled a 3. Give me a second.
Mid-sentence.
And that was the one curse word for
Use
the.
that hero point.
Congrats, you get the one. Everyone
Use
else,
that
that's
here.
a 13.
watch yourself. That's a 13. Okay, yeah, you see one of the big bear sloth things down below.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just be kind of in the air flying towards it, and that's me.
Yeah, you actually can get far enough because you fly like multiple, like many miles per hour. You could get to it.
Fly 120 miles per hour.
Fine, you're fast. So you're able to get to that bear and attack it. These are a little better on the parry side of things, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't even got to do some of their cool stuff yet. Darn it. We'll see if
Alright,
they survive long enough.
In Eric's dimension, she'll do a sort of a dive, but she's not diving head first. Her wings are up by her head, and she's diving feet first with her talons out.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
This. And I'm going to go crit fishing. Let's go. Oh god. Nope. That is a 21 to hit.
21.
Do you still get the +5, or do you use that on the minions? Or...
I didn't use it at all, but
I'm gonna apply it now.
That first one hit. Oh,
That does
Yes.
hit though. Their parry for sure. And then toughness. What is the DC?
DC 25.
25.
Yeah, this
on
one has a higher.
DC. All right, this thing is dazed and with a -1, but it does not instantly die, and so the chain ends.
Yeah, Quill just smiles at the fact that it's still up.
And then I will give everyone a hero point as things develop.
Oh no.
I figure this
For a
is
few
coming.
different reasons. Something is
Shiny.
showing up for one, but
Is it bigger?
yeah, it's not just one thing. So everyone, go ahead and roll me a dodge check, unless
Oh,
you have the fearless advantage.
Bertrum
Does it
is
count?
fearless.
I was going to say, Ember just swapped to having fearless before this, and I approved it. So
yeah.
Damn.
Okay, cool.
We're rolling
Ooh,
a
that's
what?
a terrible
Sorry,
roll.
this is a
rolling?
dodge
Dodge.
check.
I believe in you.
So.
Ember and Bertrum, the most fearless people around.
Sorry, what was that?
18.
Okay. And what for Raven and Slipstream?
Trying to read my
28.
dice. There we go.
28, you're good.
17.
17. So I need both, and I'll describe what Slipstream does to avoid this after, but I need both Quill and Raven, which I just realized how bird-themed the team is right now, for at least two of you, to roll a will save.
Oh boy.
I believe in you, part 2.
I believe in you too, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, okay.
22.
Darn it! Alright, and what from Raven?
I was like, is this a 6 or a 9? 19.
19. Okay, so everyone hears just an ear-shattering screech as another flying creature, but about twice the size of the other, well, more than twice the size of the other ones because they're child size. This is like an 18-foot tall bird creature, screeches and swoops in, but like this screech, you all feel it like vibrate inside of you. And at about the same time, from the water, another creature rises up. So a bird flies in and screeches, and then something about the size of a 5-story building rises out of water next to the island. This thing is very Spinosaurus shaped, actually. Looks very Spinosaurus, and as you look at its back, everyone can see this very clearly because of how huge it is. You look at the spines, right? The normal spines on a Spinosaurus, and you're like, okay, I think I see what's going on there. But then you notice it's kind of moving, and you realize it's not one giant web thing. Its spine is covered in tentacles that are all like writhing.
And this is my favorite one.
I would hope so. This is the actual kaiju. And it turns and issues its own roar that actually doesn't require a fear check. It's somehow less scary sound-wise than the other one. Yeah, so Raven, you are the only one who failed by just a little bit. You're dazed. It means you only get a move or a standard action this turn from the bird screech. And yeah, there's now a kaiju, and on that, we're going to go to our break. We are back from our break that went just a touch longer than I said because I needed a way to read my own handwriting, and I have found the way to do so. So after much deciphering, we continue. When last we left off, the team is fighting on a sort of mountainy island with lots of forest. They're fighting these mini kaijus, and recently, 2 more, much more kaiju sort of kaijus popped up. One of them being a large Spinosaurus-like creature in the water with tentacles on its back, towering over all of you. As you watch, even the tentacles, they're huge, and they grow and extend. Tentacles could reach you all, or at least try to. So on that note, we circle back around to whoever's turn I had said last. So I did that right after Quill's turn, but they won't act in initiative until a little later. So we go to Raven now. Raven, for a quick update, there are 4 of the bear creatures left. 3 have been injured. You hear the sound of at least a few more of the birds, little birds. There is one huge bird that just swooped down and screeched enough to shake you to your core briefly. And there may yet be more monsters on the island. The numbers are beginning to turn against you. What do you do?
Cool. So I'm not sure if I know how to play this game, but let me tell you what I think I can do. And
Okay.
you can tell me if I'm right. So I would like to use one of my 2 hero points to recover.
Oh, you do know what you're doing. Pulling out a recover that we hadn't done before at all. Yeah. So you're shaking off that daze instantly with the hero point, right?
Taking off the daze, and I think it says that that means I can always use. I can also use an extra effort with this. So, what I would like to do is 2 things. I would like to create so do mystic constructs. I think that if I'm picturing this in my head the right way, I think that we've got all of the creatures on the bottom are like in one location. So the bears on the bottom, are they all like kind of in one spot?
They're a little spread out. They're not all together exactly. What are you trying to do?
Are they within 125 cubic feet?
Cubic feet are my biggest nemesis. I will say there are 3 within that.
Okay, cool.
As I arbitrarily decide the map in my head.
Sure, cool. So I will create. You'll see. Basically, I'm going to create a cage around these 3. So I'm going to use my mystic contracts to build a box of swirling snakes that holds them into place. Hopefully, that is my goal for those three, to keep them at least entertained for a little bit while we focus on more pressing matters.
All right, what is the rank of your create?
7. It's a DC 17.
Okie dokie. So they're going to try to not get caught in it as it pops up.
Cool.
We've got some low dodges. Not that low, though. Okay. As this starts forming around them, 2 of the bears are unable to get out of the way, 2 of the 3 in this area, but one of them manages to kind of avoid it before essentially a wall separates him from the others. So there's like a little section of tree line that is now blocked by this, and the bears are on the other side of that.
Cool. And then I will use my Mystic Bindings, if I may, on the other one that is... actually, you know what? No, I'm going to Mystic Blast, the one that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay.
Is that a 20? Natural 20.
Let's
For a
go.
total of 28.
Nice.
28, and then what is your damage on that?
And I do have improved critical, so I don't know what that means, but it's on my sheet. I have damage
It means
as well.
for that blast, a 19 will also count as a crit for you.
Nice.
The damage is 12, so DC 27. With a crit, you can add other effects to it, or just add 5 to the damage rank. So would you like to make it 5 higher with your crit?
Well, what do you mean by other effects? I have fancy things I can do.
You do have fancy things you can do. So you can add like an affliction to it that it normally wouldn't have. It's a lower DC to save against that, but they would take the damage and then have to roll against another effect. I wanted to post a whole thing about how alternate effects work in the channel chat, and I did not. So unfortunately, I cannot send you to something really quickly to read it.
No, that's okay.
yeah.
Do you mean like I can give it like a fatigued or dazed effect
Yeah,
or something? Is that what
Essentially,
you
you can slap another affliction on it.
mean? Can I
and
stagger it? I don't know what's best. I'm just making stuff up right now.
if we want to do it as like an exhaustion
it could
thing,
be fun.
okay, yeah. So it'll be dazed, staggered, or incapacitated, depending on how badly it rolls on the affliction save. So first it'll do the toughness, and totally whiff that. Good heavens. What is
Sweet.
that? It is staggered from that. And then it does make the save on the affliction. Because I rolled really high. And your affliction, you can target either fortitude or will.
Will.
Good choice. It still barely makes it, actually. So, but that was the weaker stat to target for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so it avoids that, but it is staggered completely. I will say the one that Ember hit and the one that Slipstream tripped are ones behind the wall. So there's now, so 2 fresh ones that are left of the 4 and 1 that has been staggered. That brings us to the bears' turns. I'm excited about this. One of them lumbers up into range of Ember and Slipstream are near-ish.
One real note real quick before you go. I'm just gonna fly up so that I'm in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why I was assuming you already were, so I didn't have the bear target you.
Yeah.
But it runs up, and you can now have a closer look at it. It's got these very large, like almost like pores looking. I will describe them this way, actually. A killer whale's blowholes dot its entire body in different spots, and it runs forward, and from these, there's like a rush of air as some sort of gas blasts out of these pores. I need dodge saves from the 2 of you.
Awesome. Wild times. All right. Here we go.
I forgot. I gave these things so many cool tricks, and if I don't use them, this is a poison cloud.
Oh,
2
lovely.
of who?
Sorry, that is for Ember and Slipstream.
21.
All right.
And I add my dodge to this.
Yep.
So that's a 23.
Okay, and then I
Oh
need
wait,
you
no,
both-
wait, no, it's not. Sorry, hold on. I was looking at the wrong stage.
Ah.
That is a 19.
Okay, you both actually made it though, so you only have to roll a DC 14 Fortitude save now.
Oh, lovely.
It stings. It's like warm. There's no like color to this, but you can feel the warmth like gush. Horrible word choice out of these things as it. Yeah.
23.
I barely make it. I just get a 14.
Nice. Yeah, you can feel that like this could mess you up. Like your eyes sting a little bit, and like
I'm wearing visors, so.
there you go. Yeah, you're safely able to avoid that one, but I did get to use its move, so I'm happy.
Iconic.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. There is one of the weird centaur lobster creatures that is next in initiative. And using all of its speed, charges up and swings at Bertrum.
Not me. I don't get attacked. I'm too small.
Bertrum, close-up pictures.
Yeah,
I'll blind it with
getting
flash.
closer.
That's the money shot.
I was about to say, this would be really fun to, like, the comic would switch to the panels being Polaroids as it gets closer to you. Which, yeah, that's amazing. Sorry. What is your... Well, I'll tell you what I got. And let me know if it hits you.
And you make up a number that's
And
higher.
you make up a number that feels good. Does
Yeah.
a 26 hit Bertram's defense?
My defense? What kind of defense?
Your parry specifically.
And it's 10 plus my parry.
Yeah.
So that would be 15. So I think it hit.
It does. Oh no. This thing kind of was out of nowhere, but I'm not going to let it get surprise rules because you did hear it coming. You were just surprised at how quickly it moved up this wall that you're on because it has wall crawling. I get to use all the
Wall
tricks these
crawling.
things have.
I
And
know.
yeah, its claw grabs onto you, and then I need a toughness check from you, sir.
Oh, no, but I'm so small.
You did shrink, right? Did you
I'm
shrink?
only like an inch tall.
Oh no, so this claw straight up grabs you. Like you're in it.
You get
You're
a
gonna
plus
rough.
5 Bertram from circumstance.
Oh, you're right.
Who did this?
I got
How dare
another
you.
one. I got 2 plus 5s. Can I?
You can only apply one at a time for circumstance.
I roll a die, I'll add plus 5, and then I'll add plus 5, right? That's one at a time.
No, that's not one at a time.
You-
Technically it is, but it's not.
Toughness. Do I know a number I have to beat?
23.
23?
23.
23.
23.
23.
Yes. It's not the kaiju, then we might be talking 30s. Who knows?
So 15 plus 5 is 20, plus another 5 is 25.
25. Okay.
Those are my. which
I already
can't
forgot the
which
number I
can't
told you.
happen. That can't happen because I added both the plus 5s and you said I
Oh.
couldn't do that.
Gotcha. So what is it?
So it's I'm gonna not use any plus 5s and just take the 15. Unless it's better to use the plus 5 and get not worse save. I'll use a plus 5 here and get a 20
Okay.
and get a 20 to
I was like-
23 instead of a
Okay.
15 to 23.
All right, so you get a -1 to future toughness saves, and then I
Yeah.
need you to roll a strength check to keep from being pinned in this claw.
I don't want to be pinned in the club.
Don't get pinned in the claw, sir. Roll high.
15.
15.
Apparently, it's the number of me.
Would you like to add that other 5 to this by any chance? I haven't told you the number you need, but would I steer you wrong?
I'm actually intrigued
Yes.
by something I have planned that I want to try to do. So I'm gonna not. I'm gonna let
You're
it
gonna not.
grab me in
Okay,
the claw.
you have been grabbed.
I'm just in like I'm in like a cavern that's just closed. These closed claws.
Basically, you were between them for a second, and that's what caused the pain. That's the bruise that you'll carry for a little bit, but you were able to roll to keep from being, like, popped.
Echo, echo, echo.
It is a little echoey. You also hear this thing like breathing, but it's one of those book lung type creatures, so it's like a hiss from all around it as it's drawing air in and out.
It's like pitch black in here. I'm gonna take a picture so there's the flash and I can see.
The Flash, that's actually a different superhero property. That is the only one of these claw beasts, as I have named them. Slipstream, it is your turn. These things are like rushing from all around now suddenly. They've outnumbered you, basically. Nearly.
How many? Am I seeing...
Well, actually, now that now that the bears are walled off, they actually don't outnumber you. You can see that there are 2 of the little birds are back. One huge bird, the kaiju, the claw. Oh, they're actually not. They're like 1 less than y'all. Oh yeah, there's 1 injured horse thing.
Okay. There should be 2 that are out of the dome, though, right?
Yep.
Or the construct. Okay.
Actually, since you're looking for this specifically, roll me a perception check.
Ooh.
Because I forgot to put a thing in initiative a little bit.
This feels dangerous.
Claude, how could the bigger bird thing.
7. 16.
16.
And it's actually a kaiju.
That'd be amazing. You see another thing running up that is roughly lion-shaped-ish, but with, again, six legs. None of them are like arms, like the claw thing. But more of like a baggy Komodo dragon type skin is like running its way forward. It's pretty big too. I mean, it's lion-sized. So
I take from my phone for Bertrum since he's not here.
yeah, this thing is scrambling up around another corner. It seems like everything has decided with all this activity that there's food.
Well, if it's showing up next to this other one that's here, I might as well just punch many people all at once.
You should punch all of the people.
Maybe I should just punch so many people, you know?
I would go as far as to say you should punch everyone.
Maybe.
Do the creatures count as people, or are you punching our friends?
I turn. I'm
I'm a kaiju now.
They've accepted me as one of theirs, and now you're all toast.
I am their queen.
Yes. Punch everyone. DC 23, and then save. I'm not seeing. Not seeing a particular save.
What? You don't have to roll for this. It should have like a dodge save and then a damage.
Yeah, it's DC 23 and then DC 14. It just didn't say what kind of save. That's why I was confused.
Oh, it's a dodge.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the dodge one? Sorry.
23.
23. I think that's the toughness. Is there a lower number?
14.
That's the dodge. Oh wait, no, that's. I have to look at your sheet. I've confused myself. Sorry.
I have really high dodge and I have very low toughness.
Like, Claude's just setting this up so he can pass.
Wait a second.
The gap
He's a
between
liar.
dodge and toughness is 10.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at how my people dodge. The dodge of this punch everyone attack. Yeah. So you're trying to punch one of the bears, the one that's been injured?
Whichever one's closest to me at the same time as this
And the lion.
thing
Okay.
is-
So yeah, we'll do that injured one, mostly because if he loses real bad, then I don't have to keep him on initiative anymore. And then the lion, which
I'm
rolls
doing
better.
you a favor.
You are. So the lion's only going to have to roll against half because he made a save, but the bear did completely fail his. So, time for some rolls from me. All right. Oof. Okay, so the bear that has been felled by Raven got blasted back, hit the ground, and you swiftly run and like on your way to the lion, you just riddle it with punches. Like you just and make sure it stays down. It is incapacitated.
Great.
Well done. Well done. And then you move on to the lion. You go to punch it. I'm calling this a lion because that's what I've named it on my stat sheet. You run up and punch it as it's kind of like pouncing to the side, and so you just more assist its movement, and it tanks that hit, no problem.
Okay, so having taken down another one, I move over to where almost in super speed, as this lion jumps the other way, I'm gonna run to where it's like falling to, where it's jumping towards, and just try and like elbow it from the other side right at its ribs.
Okay, so just another attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget, that is extra effort, so you would need to spend a hero point. These are not minions. Only the minions trigger the takedown.
Okay. I wasn't sure if these were the same as like the flying creatures.
Right now, only the flyers count as minions.
Okay. Then I'll use a hero point to do extra effort.
Gotcha.
In that case, I think I might try and do a power attack -1.
Okay.
Good thing I did that. -1, 16 plus 9, 15. 25, I mean. Sorry. It was
25. I was like, that's unusual.
-1 plus 9.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit. And then what is the toughness DC on that? The damage.
Yes. 23.
23. Okay. This thing
Plus the one from taking the -1. Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah. It would add to that. So this guy is at a -1 to future toughness saves. The way it took the hit, it seems like it wouldn't be able to take a lot of those. Like it kind of lucked out that time.
Does the penetrating feature help at all in this case? Like the toughness?
Not for this one. Yeah, not for this one because it doesn't have.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the
crazy tough hide. Yeah, although it's good to know that you have the penetrating because that might matter for another thing in the field. Yeah, well done. So that brings us back around to Ember.
Back away so I'm out of reach.
All right, remind me, is the Both still up?
One Both. One Both.
One Both.
Yeah.
Not where we are though, correct? Because Ember and I were next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and now there's the last Both.
Yes.
So ready for these to be off the field so I can stop saying the word Both.
Lovely. So I'm just gonna look at Slipstream and I'll just say, do you mind helping out Bertrum?
Where do you go? I can't keep track of him. He's really small.
He went up the mountain somewhere. I think there's
close enough. Yeah.
There's just the most ecstatic looking centaur lobster thing.
Finally got one. And then I'll turn and so I'm gonna go towards the other one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to throw it at this big monster.
You're trying to pick up the Both and throw it at the kaiju?
Yeah.
I love this. Roll me a grab check. And then, if you succeed and it fails its strength, I'll let you toss him.
All right, lovely. I believe it says my grab here is +10, so that's a fun time. That is a 14.
14. Where are you, Mr. Bear? I should change the name in my document to Both. The Both actually dodges that.
Yeah, I was worried about this. Can I extra effort?
Yeah, or you could hero point it. Either one.
Oh, yeah, I'll hero point it. Might as well do that to try again. Does all out attack count for this one?
It does.
I'll do it. All
It'll
5
leave
of
you
them.
pretty exposed, but yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
There's a kaiju.
Yeah, gotta get involved here. That's a slightly better roll. So that's gonna be. Oh, I can count. Hold on. It's gonna be. Just break down the calculator because I don't want to do this. It's a 24.
24, yeah, that's a hit. It's gonna roll. What is your strength?
Stage 3. I have a I believe my strength is up to. Does my strength increase, or is it just my base?
It's just your base. Like your lifting
Okay.
strength goes up. It's divided in a strange way. Because
Gotcha. So it's my strength is 6.
6. Okay, so
Yeah.
these kaiju, the mini kaiju. I hope the big kaiju don't act the same way. This one is unable to resist being picked up. Basically, you've positioned yourself, like got your elbow under its spine and like lifts it overhead, and with its weird shape, like its little back legs can't do much, and then its big sloth arms can't get to you, and you have it lifted up and are able to toss.
Lovely. I'm just throwing it at it.
All right,
Yeah.
roll a throw at maybe one of the easiest targets there's ever been for you.
Yeah, no, it's a big one. It'd be hard to
Can you
miss
hit a
it.
wall? Can you hit a building?
I hope I can. Oh, that's a nice one. Calculating. 23 again. That's a 17 on the die.
23, yeah, that definitely hits. It would do your strength in damage to this. Would treat
Lovely.
the damage as that. So what happens, for flavor reasons, it would take this hit no problem because of what I rolled. But as it flies towards this thing, it's coming in at like kind of a low angle for how big this thing is as it's rising out of the water. One of the tentacles, faster than you had expected, grabs it out of the air and pulls it back and drops it into like this side mouth that's running all along the side of it that just opens slightly, and it just drops this thing in and it closes behind it. You have fed
That
beast.
That's terrifying. You know what? Maybe that tames it. Maybe he's on our side now.
Maybe he'll be on our side.
But actually, in
Young
character,
child, now kaiju.
I'll say on the comms, everybody look alive. We got a big problem on our hands. Raven, Slipstream, Quill, is that your name? Let's focus on these big guys, yeah?
Got it.
Noted.
All right. Well,
I am getting
Quill,
Bertrum first, though.
Quill, it may be difficult for you to follow this directive as the one other large beast, towering easily twice your size, that just screeched and almost scared you just a little bit, but you were able to fight through it, stands near you. It is only bird-like in its face. It almost looks like the beak area is like all bone, and it's very jagged, but otherwise it's like raptor-ish, but it's got wings. This one does have feathers. It's the only feathered one of these so far because I'm really into scales usually. But yeah, this thing is lumbering towards you, and it has beaks and talons, and I wonder what I'm gonna use. So it did its terrifying shriek. Won't go back to that well. It's gonna rush at you, and in a way that is weirdly familiar, the way it pauses and lifts a talon, one of its feet talons, just stabs towards you, similar to the attack you did to take out the small birds. And it's
Bring
really
it on.
fast. What is your parry?
12.
Plus 10, 12. It rolled exactly what it needed to hit you.
Yeah.
It does have an increased crit range on this, but did not land in that range. Yeah, so before Quill can get a defense up and ready, this thing is just a hair ahead of you, and the talons sink into like your shoulder area. Roll a toughness check.
Oh, because we all know that's my best one. Right. Oh, rolled pretty good. That's a 22.
A 22. So it lands this blow, and like it pulls away its claw really quickly after it hits. Like it slams and hits, but as it does so, the claw, whenever it hits, twists and pulls a little. You are at a -1 to your future toughness saves, and you are dazed from this as it bears down on you. This thing hits with a DC 27 claw. And the hits just keep on coming because it is now the kaiju's turn. This is the most difficult part. The kaiju has a few moves as well. I don't know which one to use first.
Use the third one.
Or against who? The third one? Okay.
Use the third one.
The third one, my lord.
Number 3, my lord.
So it lifts up, and you see it does have these, like, aside from the weird fin things, it does have the arms sort of Spinosaurus, but like longer. And at its size, that is extremely long, and it turns to the thing closest to its eye level right now, which is the floating raven. And this claw punches out towards that mystic shield. And let's see what I roll. Okay. I think you're actually pretty safe on this. Why is math failing me? Does a 17 hit you? No? Okay. Nice. Good job. I was actually nervous. It's pretty high DC if it had hit. So I was like,
yeah. With my shield, my toughness is pretty good.
Okay. You tempt me. Take a hero point. It's gonna.
I know. After I said that out loud, I regret it.
Like, why did I do that thing?
I was hoping
you can always use this on the save, so it won't matter anyway.
I was like, move along real quick.
Yeah.
So you get a hero point as it takes another action. It'll be towards you again. Then it might switch tactics after this if it fails. Does a 20 hit you? Sorry, does a 19 hit you?
It does not.
It does not? What is your dodge?
With
Or your
my
parry?
shield, it's-
Your parry.
Oh wait, that's different. You told me toughness, my friend. What am I adding?
Oh, to hit you is against your... I said your dodge first, I meant your parry, but I'm pretty sure they're the same.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not.
No, I was adding toughness.
Oh.
So it is 16 with
16?
parry.
Okay, this would hit you. It slams against your mystic shields. Let's see how this... Yes?
Can I interpose?
You can. You've got the movement speed to jump into the air and take this hit. I don't even know how this... Okay. Roll a toughness check, Ember.
I don't know if Raven can regenerate like I can. So.
That's true. If you become a crater, it's a crater you can walk away from.
Yeah.
So this thing strikes
toughness?
out. Yeah, these little arms just like suddenly burst into motion, kangaroo style, but with the arms. And yeah.
Let's see. That's gonna be 30.
30? You take a bruise. As the 31 toughness check. You just
31.
barely miss it.
31. I'm gonna be incapacitated if I ever get hit by that thing.
So that means I need to roll at least a 17 for this one. God. Could have rolled a 16
Got it.
there.
I'm leaving the battlefield every time my turn's over. Understood.
Bye.
50 miles away, I'll be back.
Yeah, so I will say you do land back on land. I'm not going to have you fall in the water and fight for your life in the sea after that. Yeah, so what happens, Raven, is this thing like launches an attack towards you, and you get like just gently nudged out of the way as you float, as Ember just takes the hit and goes flying back to the ground.
Can I assist his fall so that he doesn't hit hard when he falls?
He won't take any extra from it.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can flavor it that way because I love that. What do you do to assist the land?
Yeah,
It won't
I
cost
will,
you any ability or anything, so yeah.
I'm just gonna basically do my Mystic Constructs, but I'm gonna have it be a bed of flames that just like a hand that comes out and just grabs them and then places them down. So it
Yeah.
doesn't fall. Like just an immediate reaction, and then I'll just kind of nod and lock eyes for a second, like thanks, I got you, kind of thing.
Gives you a thumbs up. A weak thumbs up.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us near to the end of initiative. There is a sort of lion Komodo dragon near you, Slipstream.
I understand.
There's one of those things. And what is my favorite thing to target you with?
Lion.
Have you already learned the pattern? Roll me a dodge save as this thing breathes fire in a cone in your direction.
Ooh, does evasion come into play?
It absolutely does.
Great. Does that just add something for me, or?
Yeah, it adds a plus
Like
2
reroll.
if it's evasion 1 or a plus 5 if it's evasion 2
Okay,
for area attacks.
I just have evasion 1.
Okay. So
Don't
plus
need
2.
to it probably, so that's 17 plus the plus 2, 19 plus 15.
Oh yeah, you're golden on that. It is an area attack though, so you've only saved against you have to save against half of the flame damage now.
Got it.
So yeah, roll me a toughness check. As it breathes fire in your general vicinity.
I'd like to use a hero point.
I will allow it. What did you get?
I rolled a 3 on the die, and I only have plus 5. I also have a circumstance plus 5, but I still don't think 13 would have been enough. So I wanna.
Well, actually, I can give that away if you want. A 13 with a plus 5 actually would have made the save.
Oh, okay.
Like if you got an 18 total, you would make that.
No. It was a.
Oh, it was a
3
13 total.
plus 5 for my toughness.
Yeah, use that hero point.
Yeah. That's not much better, but that's better,
What you got?
That would make 18, because that's a 9 on the die plus the 5 plus the 5 circumstance. So
Since it's a hero point, since it's a 10 or lower, you
Oh.
add 10, so that's a 19. Yeah.
yes, so I don't need the
You,
circumstance.
yeah, you basically like. How do you get away from this with super speed? That's the flames. Do you just?
I think it's truly just she was already planning out. She was already, because everything's kind of in slow motion right now with how fast initiative usually goes. She was already moving away from this creature, not wanting to be anywhere near any creature on the map. So I think it just truly it just misses her, like the flame just kicking on her heels as she's just able to outrun it.
Nice. Yeah, love that. You take no damage from this whatsoever. It's one of those moments of like pause as things are happening. There's like one thing after the other. The kaiju hit. Ember went flying but landed safely thanks to Raven. But he hits the ground and you're fine. You shake it off because of the hit. And as you're like kind of getting your bearings again, because now you're on a different part of the island, basically. You've moved which side of the mountain you're on. As you land, and you're kind of taking in the scene again, there is a flash of light. As standing next to you on the mountain is none other than Tracker.
Oh, where are we? Who do I see? Who can Tracker's sense is here?
You are right next to Ember. Your mental link, you already are getting like emotional stuff from people you've connected with before. Like you emotionally, you can already feel people around you. Oh yeah, this is Tracker out of costume. Tracker, why don't you explain what your look is currently, or should I say Marley?
Yes. Not quite Tracker, not quite Marley either, actually. But Marley Tracker arrives, wearing a black tie occasion dress and a lot of very fancy jewelry and just way too much glitter and diamonds and makeup. Not a way that we have ever seen Marley or Tracker look before. And I think she's looking around when she says, like, oh my gosh, where are we? And then locks eyes with Leo.
On his back in a very small crater on the ground. Hey.
And then we get a small little flashback of where Marley was before this. So we get the hey, and that would be the page turn right there. And then it jumps back just a little bit. Marley, where were you before this instant?
Marley was at a fancy party, which she is clearly dressed for. She was at a gala event, and she... I guess you tell me at what point in the gala we would be seeing her.
So it's after all of the big speeches. Your brother has already given his piece. Everyone's milling about, and you were kind of just trying to fade into the background when you started hearing people, like a murmur spread through the crowd, and moving in that direction pretty discreetly, you would have seen someone watching on their phone, just like it looks like someone's cell phone live footage of this giant monster swinging a weird claw at Raven. You can clearly see the shield light up as Raven it flared to life because she was about to take a hit, and then Ember jumped in the way, and in that instant you were suddenly with Ember.
Back. Okay, so we're fighting. How can I help?
Back up Slipstream, and Bertrum is in danger. Oh, that hurt.
Well, here.
Sorry, I'm just lay here for a
Marley's.
second.
No, This is okay. Marley's gonna reach out and just heal Ember to start.
Heal.
And that is where you will take your point in initiative. You are now
Great.
last.
Love it. Perfect.
Easy to track.
Oh.
I don't know if the link is open or not, but
Marley.
in my head, I'm going to think at you, what the hell? Where have you been?
Marley will open the link once she feels the emotions for all the friends around her and say, hi, I'm here now. I'm a bit confused too. I'm going to try and help you, and then maybe we can talk. Let me know where I can be best help.
Is this you? Was this because of you?
I hope not.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna... You're gonna feel me close off, but not in anger, but you will feel it close.
Not sure whether
Marley
to use the
also-
palms or the head anymore. It's just like...
That was head.
Am I touching my ear or my head? What is
No, I know.
happening?
It's like, she doesn't know anymore whether to use the comms or like just the mental link. And like
Yeah.
mental link says, I don't think it was her. I said this is a regular occurrence. It's just bigger than normal.
I'm like, I truly don't know what's happening. Also, and she realizes kind of what she's wearing and that she probably does not have her domino mask on her or anything.
Does not.
She's like, just don't refer to me as anything. Just if you want to talk to me, talk in my head, and just don't use any names right now, I guess. This is fine. I'm going to help you, and we'll figure it out.
I'll
We're
chime
on
in and
Volcano
say
Island.
it's best to keep our focus on the task at hand. Everybody, please.
Yeah.
Big monster, help Bertram, help everyone, please. And I'll He starts to stand up, but it's not his turn yet, so he doesn't.
What did you get on that heal check?
Oh, yes, I have to roll things. I don't usually have to roll anything.
Must
Well,
be nice.
that's
Also,
18
this
on
is
the
new.
die, and I have healing 8, so 26?
Yeah. Sadly, you used it on someone who only had one bruise, but that bruise is gone.
I don't. It's Leo.
It's impressive
gonna
that he
reach
only
down
got
and-
one. Yeah.
Yeah, she's still
You feel the
Leo.
healing energy of Marley, which is it's emotional as well. That's just how her powers all work. But yeah, you
And
can
I
feel
think-
you kind of stitch up together. Basically, it's like she charges up the energy of your fire to heal you. You already have regeneration, but it's almost like she activates it to heal you.
There's also, like, she isn't really thinking when she just reaches out her hand of anything more than, like, I need to heal you. And then if you do grasp her hand, she's going to think about the last time that they held hands and just kind of lock eyes with you for a moment. And then when you say we have to focus, she's like, yes, we have to focus.
Ember, in all the chaos, I forgot to do a thing, but it's fine.
Oh, no.
The monster had to roll against your flame aura. In this moment, before you like even have the instinct, because you're so well trained at it and you always do like turn off your aura if someone's near you, but it is a free action, so it's usually on your turn. You see that the aura does not affect her. Marley reaches and grabs your hand through the aura. The aura should be burning her right now. Seems she has some sort of fire resistance.
I think that makes him grip her hand tighter. But he doesn't say anything. Just like a little squeeze, and yeah.
Which brings us to
And I think-
Quill.
yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
So, when you hit me, you said I was dazed, right? And that means I can either move or take an action?
Correct.
Okay. Well, good thing I don't want to move.
Oh, no.
I, as you know, I'm maintaining like my height to this thing. And I'm already right here. And she kind of touches her shoulder and brings her hand out and sees the blood and just smiles again. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my action to do an agile feint. So I can go
Okay.
ahead and add my acrobatics to that roll.
I'm gonna take this moment to say, if Quill dies, I will kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah.
That is a 23.
23. I rolled and went with the will instead of the insight on avoiding that, but failed. So successfully have him vulnerable till your next turn.
Good. I want to use a hero point, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a power attack.
All right. Yeah, his
I do have a
Defenses are-
+5 circumstance bonus from King Zeb.
Oh, okay.
If I could go ahead and
You can apply that
use
for
that
sure.
right now. So power attack 5.
All right. His toughness is a lot, or not his toughness. Sorry, his parry is much lower right now.
And that is a 17, so that crits on my talents.
It was a 17 on the die.
Huh? Yes.
Oh my
Plus
God.
the 5 from the circumstance bonus.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, that's a crit. Oh boy.
We had DC 25 on that.
Okay, and then with the crit, you can make that DC 30.
I would love to.
Pain. All right. Basically striking it with what it just did to you, but instead your hit lands a little closer to the throat area than the chest, and you tear, and you can see it's a jagged, like very open wound. It is staggered. has a -1 and a staggered because of my terrible toughness roll. But a second stagger will take it out of the fight completely, or if it fails by more, then it's incapacitated instantly. But yeah, good use of turn and hero point. That brings us to Raven. You are in the air. It seems like you're the, right now, focus of the kaiju because it swung at you first. And yeah, you are near it now.
Cool. I'm just gonna kind of soften up a little bit after I see that interaction that happens, and the healing, and see that okay, she's okay at least. Because again, last time I saw her, she was yelling many things, and so I kind of see that okay, she's doing nice things to the team. So maybe everything is okay. We're just gonna go with that. Yeah. And then turn and focus. And again, I've got all of everything blocked off. I've hit my comms off, and I shut my mental link off, and I'm just trying to focus in. And I'm just gonna attack the kaiju and go full on Mystic Blast on the kaiju.
Good. I think you consistently have one of the best blasts for dealing with something like this, so.
Cool. So that is math. 24.
24 is a hit, and then what is the DC for that?
27.
27. Okie doke. You blast this thing, and with its armor and the way it's like kind of planted, it's slowly, it's like it's trying to climb up onto this mountain or onto this piece of land from the water. You blast it, and it pauses for a moment, but does not seem to be heavily affected.
With 13 damage, nothing? What?
13 damage.
Cool. I'm pissed off about that, so I'm gonna use a hero point and do it again.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Hey, okay, then it actually gets a crit, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that makes the DC instead 5 higher, so what is that, a...
32?
32. All right.
I can math.
32 total. Fantastic. So what happens is you blast into it, and the pause that it gives is much more significant. But mechanically, that is the tune to a -1 to future toughness saves. You have bruised this thing, which that's all it has so far.
Cool.
This is a tank. This is yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna fly further away. So, how far can I shoot with that? Yeah, I'm gonna go like, I don't know, 500 feet back probably.
And I will say, because I forgot to use them in initiative and they're largely ineffective, the last two of the little birds, you can see they start like from their weird proboscis, spit like acid onto the monster, onto the kaiju, to no effect, and then they get grabbed and pulled in, so I can just remove them from the initiative too. Yeah, that's just a flavor kill from it. Did not take its action. That brings us to the remaining bear. Wow, it's kind of away from everyone now, because Ember moved. It's going to charge towards Slipstream, who's by the lion, and miss badly. It had to be Slipstream. Yeah, so it runs up and with this huge claw, like, scrapes it against the ground where you were, and it just, you weren't there anymore. And it gives a very, very dumbfounded, like a bear, like a confused bear. It's drooling and nasty and gross, and don't think it's cute because y'all are punching these things a lot, and I don't want you to punch cute things. So that brings us to, oh no, where are you, Bertram? I didn't move you over in initiative. I'm so sorry, Bertram. Your turn. I see where you're supposed to be. That is actually where you are in turn, though. So, Bertram,
Hooray!
you are kind of grabbed by this claw thing.
Right. I'm in the cavern thing. Okay, so Bertram's in here, and he heard Marley say a couple of things in his head. And he's very confused because he can't see anything outside of this claw. But he's going to try something different. So he is going to kind of rub on his bracers a bit. And is my mic crackling badly?
A little bit.
Okay. Did that fix that much? Sorry, I might be close.
That made it worse.
Made it worse. Give me a second.
Try turning it off and on again. It works.
The IT crowd special.
It's a valid solution. It's a classic for
Really?
a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I do IT all day, and that's the first thing I tell everyone. As I
Guys,
die a little
remember
bit
when
into-
I posted the casting announcement for the show yesterday on the 1st of April?
Bold move. There were a lot of things announced that I'm like, I don't know if I would have done that yesterday.
April Fools.
But you did leave yourself off the list.
April Fools. I did it. I did an April Fool's joke. Have we vamped enough that Sam's mic is better?
Oh no, he's not heard at all now.
No.
Silent Bertram.
Bertram, you
His-
are
His sad
next,
nod was so sad.
you are next to the
Great.
claw thing in initiative right now. I can hold you together if you'd like and come back around.
Is this working now?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Okay.
Perfectly.
It switched me to a different microphone that didn't exist. And
Mm.
it's not crackling anymore.
Yep.
That
Nope.
didn't
Okay.
exist.
Hooray!
The limit does not exist.
I don't know what
What a
happened.
reference.
Hi.
Yeah,
So, okay, so Bertram's in this thing's claw, and he's hearing Marley speak a little bit, and he's very confused, and he starts kind of using some of his power, so his bracers start glowing, and some of those crackles start coming off of it, and he's gonna kind of push them against the creature's claw, and I'm gonna use extra effort or a power point to do like a power stunt of some sort to
Okay.
make my shrinking affect others and try to shrink this creature.
Okay, so this will actually be an alternate effect to you
Okay.
shrinking yourself. So you would go back to normal size, and this thing would shrink to the size you want it to.
Oh,
Yeah, because it takes the place of whatever power you're stunting.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it won't
That's
get
how
to
it
your
works.
size. Y'all just swap, kind of.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, so you're able, you do that, and you can feel that like he's starting to shrink, and you're starting to grow, and you can push away from him so you don't like, unless you want to explode him as you.
I don't want to explode him.
Okay.
I don't want to hurt anyone like that.
Yeah, so it becomes tiny, and you become large. It is, yeah, you can alter the shrinking however you want, so you can make it where it doesn't keep its normal strength while small, rendering it completely ineffective.
That sounds fine.
You just can't shrink right now, so you're stuck in normal size Bertram, and this thing is tiny. It is its turn, so it's gonna try to bite you
Oh,
on the ground.
can I use an extra
Oh.
effort to
Yes, what would you like
pick
to
it
do?
up and put it in a baggie?
Roll a grab check.
It's so tiny.
It's so tiny.
I believe in you.
There are air holes.
Secure us a pet. Secure us a pet.
Y'all have been trying so hard to get one.
I'm gonna do it.
Imagine how cool it'd be to roll up with a pet kaiju, though. Like,
Just a tiny one.
Yeah.
Wait, one of those lobster things.
What do I
Okay,
add
can-
to this again?
This will be your fighting, or if
Oh.
you have a specific crab.
23.
Oh my gosh, that hits.
Plus
nice.
5 from Jackie.
Hey, thank you, Jackie, for you. I gave the thanks because I like this happening. It tries feebly to fight your massive strength compared to it in this form, as its little claws try to push away from your grasp and fail as you lift it up, pop it into a jar.
Yeah, one of my little evidence containers.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's in there. It's kind of a tight squeeze for it,
Yeah, I keep them in my cardigan.
and it's like tapping against the side of it furiously.
I'm
To
gonna
no
set it
avail.
down and take a picture.
It's pretty musical, actually. Ting, 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 ting. Yeah, that takes the claw
I'll look-
beast.
I'll look to the
Playing
others
cupboard.
and I'll give them a thumbs up. And I'll be like, "Oh, hi, Marley."
If we could just refer.
Oh, right. Oh, gee.
Uh,
Right.
it's-
It was
this is-
mental. It was mental.
This is also like
Fine, there's
the
no
least of the problems right now. We have big things to fight.
Everyone knows who you are in the mental chat.
Yes. Yeah.
Slipstream, it is your go.
To the helicopters that are recording this, because it is known that we were being watched on TV. It seemed.
From a
I-
dock,
I-
from a camera.
you-
It's
I
it's
saw
small.
you guys on a phone camera. Yeah. Anyway, we'll
Oh,
talk
sorry.
about that later. Let's fight some big bads.
Identity exposed. Yeah.
Running up to go help Bertrum, seeing that that's Carrie, takes a sharp turn, and starts. I don't know if it's gonna be easier to try and pick up a rock or a tree with the tornado. Try and like rip a tree.
Oh, and throw a tree with your wind?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't think me just punching it is gonna do anything to this big kaiju. I feel like I need to like grab something with the cone and launch
Yeah.
it.
I'm for that.
Okay, so she starts running around a weaker looking tree, perhaps. And does first using her whole body to create the initial tornado to see if it picks it up. And if it does, she kind of shapes it with her arms, kind of like in Avatar, and just does like a bazooka launch thing, kind of shaping it outwards to make it fly forward, and launch it out towards the kaiju.
Nice. Yeah, so the kaiju, this is a area thing. It's not very dodgy. But its toughness renders the tree ineffective.
Yeah, that's
The
what I
tree
thought.
slams against it, and yeah, it's no go. Oh wait, it does have a -1 from what it used to.
Ooh.
Still rolled too high. Sorry,
Hey guys,
got the hopes up for no reason.
I don't know if I can do anything to this thing. Is there anything anywhere else I'm needed right now? Does anyone see anything? I don't know how much I'm gonna help here.
That's on comm, so Raven wouldn't hear that one, and Marley wouldn't hear that one.
Oh well.
Big monster. Maybe check it out. See if you can find a weakness or something. Can you
does it
run
have
on
to-
water?
Yeah, I'm fine on water.
Okay, yeah.
I will use kind of just motion to just do a loop around it and do a general perception of it. Does it seem to have like more than just the eyes on its head? Does it have like multiple?
Yeah,
sets of-
it's got 3 sets of eyes. I almost said 6 sets. A total of 6 eyes. That kind of run along. They space out further along its cheekbones.
Mhm.
This thing has a bunch of huge spines on it. But you can see, like, even from a distance, there's like the way the light reflects off of its eyes, it's like it has a clear lens, like it doesn't. It's got another like shield over the eyes, essentially.
Mm.
Those things that birds have. Second
Yes.
eyelid thing.
I don't know if like tossing sand or dust in there would help. I'm
Who
gonna
can say?
try them. But they're all kind of located in the same space, like right on its head, it seems.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will use some extra effort. I don't have a hero, but -1 to my speed. To bring it down to 14 speed rank.
However, will you keep up?
I don't know. I'm so slow now, it's crazy. I will run to a local, just whatever nearby beach seems very dusty and
Just
sandy.
take a bunch of sand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start like making a tornado again, but this time pick a bunch of sand up and move it up towards the creature and just essentially create this like tornado consistently.
Disorienting it. I like that a lot. I'll have it try to. It can't like get its arms up out of the way to like slap the stuff out of there, but this would be a fortitude check that it's making against being irritated by this. You can't fully tell if it was successful, but it did seem like it was trying to swipe it out of the way, so it was at least aware of your attempts.
Yeah. Well then, on one pass in this tornado spinny thing, I'm just gonna slap one of its eyes, then run away. Just as one last just insult.
The eye slap does nothing.
Fight this thing.
The eye slap does nothing. If
No.
it was a horse, it would be one of those things where its tail like tries to slap you, but a tentacle does like whip in your direction and misses.
Yeah.
They're fast, but you're slipstream.
I'm going to take off and take a safe distance away so people don't have to interpose or like try and protect, so I don't become a hindrance to the group in terms of like being too close by, because I know I can't make any saves, so I want to make sure that.
That's true. You know, you do have your slam attack that's very strong.
I know. I need to try.
But it might take you out in one turn too.
It might.
It's a risky maneuver. It does take us to Ember next.
Instant up. Because I can do that. He just does sort of like a kip up and looks at you, Marley. Doesn't say your name, but looks at you and sort of like reaches a hand out to try to like cup your face for a moment, and just he slowly pulls his hand away and says, "Okay, prioritize towards me last. That's a new thing you can do. That's cool. Really cool. But just me last. Everyone else first."
Who needs it most?
I'm not sure. Just keep a close watch on everybody if you can.
Okay.
Me last. I can handle it. I can regenerate. It's fine.
She'll put her hand on top of yours and say, "I'm glad you're okay."
You too. And then I'll reluctantly turn away and go to whichever is closer, the lion or the both.
The lion.
And I rush over there. I can run pretty fast now. Like as fast as a car. It's pretty fast for
pretty
me.
fast.
I'm going to. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do extra effort. Because I believe I have one more hero point, and I'm gonna do it for an action, and I'm just gonna hit this thing twice. As hard as I can. All out attack, whatever else things I can put on there. Let's see. Yeah, it's just all out attack. Yeah, so I'm just gonna hit it twice. It's sort of like I rush up and crouch real low, and the first one is an uppercut, and that's a natural 20. That's a wonderful time. So that's a crit.
What's your DC on that?
That's a 29.
Before the crit?
What does the crit do?
Adds
before
5.
the crit. Yeah, before the crit is 20. It just says 29 next to mine.
Gotcha. Yeah, so you can make that 34.
Lovely.
With what I rolled, I would recommend you take your second action as something else, because you did KO this thing.
Lovely.
There's the boss, and then there's the thing that Quill's fighting.
Could I?
Seems like it's just been a one-on-one fight between those two, though. So
It says I can move 1,000 feet. Is that still within? Can I still move without having to take another action? To
yeah,
the
you're
boss?
still good with the move by.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. So I'm going to now. This one is a shoulder check as I rush towards it and just like slam into its side.
Is this the boss or the
The
thing?
boss.
Okay.
Yeah.
That we've accepted that as the name forever. I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't know. I like Slayer. I
Yeah.
like
I
both of them.
Slayer.
They're both good.
Slayer's
I think
good.
Slayer is when they're children and then they graduate to boss when they
Boss.
become adults.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. I'm all attacking on this one as well.
Okay.
This is not as good as a roll, so that's going to be 12 and then so 17 total.
17. Ooh, you're right. Is that with your +5 for all out?
Yeah.
Both. Sorry, what was the number again?
17.
17 hits.
Lovely.
And the damage on that is the 24, right? Not 24, 29.
29. Yeah.
29. Okay. This thing takes a -1 and is dazed. It rolled pretty well, surprisingly. That does take us to.
I'll just say at the end of that, I'll just say, don't worry, 3rd degree burns are painless. That's
What a badass statement. Okay, so
One line
what happens next is unfortunate, I would say. This thing just kind of slams itself at the whole piece of land. Its tentacles are slapping everywhere, and this is an area attack that will cover everything.
I thought my turn was after Leo's.
Your turn. I had you come in last after
Ugh.
Kaiju and the Terror.
Yeah, these things are first.
So
Good
Yeah,
luck.
I'm in the air with the bird thing. Does that AoE thing still? Do I still roll?
Yes.
Sure.
I'm gonna have everyone.
AoE,
It is an AoE. So everyone gets to roll a dodge check to only take half of this.
Can I interpose for Marley? Would that work for this? Gotta keep the healer up.
I will. This is interesting.
I'll take the full brunt of it.
I was gonna
Oh my
say
goodness.
if you do it,
Like
since you have
forego
interposed.
your check.
Yeah, so you'll have to take the full toughness save. Is what I'll do. Marley, still roll the dodge to see if you go against half. You will get
Okay.
a +2 circumstance bonus as he shields you for both the dodge and the toughness that comes from this. So, everyone, let me know what you got on those dodges. This
24.
is just everyone. Your
25.
okay. Your bird opponent failed.
Nice.
Oh, wonderful.
Because this
And I'm
did
just-
hit all of those guys too. All the monsters.
I'm just rolling toughness.
Yeah, you're gonna roll toughness. Sorry, Marley. What did you get on that dodge?
25.
25. Okay.
14.
26.
26. You're good.
Just call me MC Hammer. It's 32. Can't touch this.
Oh my god. And then Quill.
Comic.
That was a 24 for me.
24. Okay, so Bertrum and this sucks for Bertram. Bertram and Ember, you both make DC 27 toughness checks.
Oh no, I've only got a +5.
Everyone else make a DC 21 toughness.
I
Bye.
rolled a 32 here. 18 on the die, plus 14. Right, because it's plus my toughness, correct?
Yep.
Lovely.
Do I
yeah,
also
Use
need
so-
my
to roll
last
this
0
toughness?
points to reroll.
Yeah, you're rolling against 21, Marley.
Oh, okay.
No. I used a hero point reroll and I rolled an 11.
The one thing you don't want to get on a
Oh,
reroll.
no, that's the worst one to get.
Oh.
So I have a question. Do I add my impervious to this as well?
It is not below. What? How high is your impervious rank? Sorry, I could be wrong.
I don't. It's on my sheet. It says +5 impervious.
Okay, so it wouldn't apply in this instance
I'm a
because
very
the damage half
22
is
then.
below it.
Toughness
22.
was 22. Mhm.
Okay, you tank the hit, no problem.
I have an
23.
important question.
You're good. Yes.
When is my toughness 2? I have 5/2.
When you can't defensive roll. If it's a surprise attack, basically, it's the only time you're at a 2.
Thank you. I thought it was when I was big. Okay.
Oh no, that would be devastating. What did you get, Bertram?
16.
That's not actually that
bad.
bad. Yeah, you're just a
Okay.
minus
That's
one.
with a reroll.
You
I already
just
had a
fear
wait.
for
I already
your
had
life.
I already had a -1, so that's 13.
13.
Or sorry, 15. 15.
So that is actually worse. By just a
Ember
I-
slipstream 18 using the +5 circumstance bonus that I didn't use last time.
Okay, you're at a -1.
Mhm.
Bertram, you are at a -1 and staggered. Everyone else
no.
actually took the hit as these things like slap. Oh, Marley, what'd you get?
12. Do I get to add anything to that from
You
Leo?
get the
Or-
+2 from Leo shielding
So
you.
14?
14. You are in the same position as Bertram.
Bertram.
So
No.
-1 and staggered then?
Yeah. Actually, no, sorry. Y'all are both -1 and dazed, so not even that bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm just bad at math. Good job, everyone. As the thing flailed at you, it does conveniently crush the other monsters on the island.
Except for this one. I was
Roll a
distracted looking at it.
roll a dexterity check for me, Bertram.
How dare you? I
Since
shouldn't
you
have brought
took
it
a
up.
hit, roll a
Brought
dexterity.
it up. My dexterity's amazing. 12.
12. Bertram, you have a choice.
No,
Oh, no.
No.
how dare you?
As it's writhing about, shaking you, you start tripping, you're falling. The camera strap pops.
No.
The camera's flying one direction. The jar is flying another
Is there
direction.
Is there anything Slipstream can do to save one or the other as I'm running away and avoiding things?
You're out of hero points too, aren't you, Slipstream? Also, would you really hero point to save him? Okay, I will let you. You have so much movement.
I
You
have so
roll
much movement.
You
Let me
roll a
move.
dexterity check too.
I believe in you.
Dexterity is
20.
not high.
I'm calling it.
My
You're gonna
agility
get in that
is
20. I'm
high.
calling it. Believe in the dice.
Not a nat 20, but it was a high roll. If it's just straight dex,
Straight
then
dex.
that's 16.
16.
Yeah,
All
'cause
right.
I only have a 1 in dex.
Bertram, I'll let you decide who catches which, but they are both caught.
I've chosen my little Abby, and I have leapt for it. The
Okay.
little guy.
You
And I
catch your little guy,
My little guy. I
and
like
you're
little guys.
you're bracing for hearing the camera shatter in the distance,
Ah.
but the sound never happens. As before you, standing like it's ultra hero pose, is Slipstream with a camera. Just
My hero.
Who are you guys?
There goes.
Thank you.
there goes my-
Take a picture of her as she's posing.
Yeah, with the kaiju in the back. With the kaiju in the back.
Oh yeah, alright.
All right, that takes us to Marley. As a quick update for everyone, Kaiju is the only target now.
Lovely.
Its tentacles are like arched, like it's about to start just raining down little pokes on all of you. But that's it. It's Marley's turn.
Marley is going to notice how Ember has been leading and kind of directing and giving advice and use that sort of energy and inspiration to inspire everyone. And I will spend a hero point to use Marley's advantage inspire. You all have +2 circumstance bonus for this next round to use how you would like. And yeah, I think it's just Marley repeating over the link to everyone. We all heard Ember. Focus up. We can do this. Is that my action?
That does take an action, he said with a question mark.
If I had the ability to run and heal someone, I would, but if not, it's fine.
Okay.
Does it say free on your sheet next to that inspiration?
No, but I don't have the full notes on my advantages.
Yeah, that's...
Could I have used that disarming one? Oh.
It didn't target you, like, specifically. But yes, it does take a standard action to do that. If you want to extra action, you can.
Yeah.
You'll just get tired.
Well, I'm already dazed, so I'd be staggered after that.
No, it doesn't like accrue like that for this. It's just if you do it from extra effort again, then you'd be staggered. So you're good.
Okay, then yeah.
You're just kind of doubled up on dazed.
Who needs healing?
I think.
Well, if no one needs it, then you got your inspiration and Marley's good. Oh,
I was going to say just Bertram. Yeah.
Marley will.
I don't know why I said it so dismissively. Just Bertram. We love you, Bertram. I'm so sorry.
I'll be fine in the long run.
Well, if anyone has any damage, like Marley can try to remove that.
I'm bruised and dazed.
Marley will run over to
if
Bertram then.
I'm just bruised.
Marley will run over to Bertram. And you get, I guess it's just like a little finger. Just like,
oh,
you got
hey.
this.
Well, I was like, he's big now.
Oh, no, you're big.
Oh, he's normal.
yeah.
You're big.
Yeah,
You're big.
I was gonna say, he's not
Marley
big. He's
will be
normal
like,
size now.
I'm not used to seeing you combat. Powers are weird. You got this, Bertram.
I made this small, so I got big.
We'll have a lot to talk about later.
Love Bertram.
Yeah, and it's just that like sweet energy is
Look at
what
my
heals
little
you.
friend.
Like Marley is just taking that like everything is okay, everything
He's
is
so
like, you got
charming.
this. Yes, like Bertram's charming energy is what you're getting to remove you from the. Well, let's actually roll and see.
Yep.
Natural 20 on the die, so 28
Yeah,
total. So
you
you're all
are
better.
Good. Yeah, totally good again.
No, I'm not bruised, but I'm still dazed. Or
No, she took away both.
Oh,
She
You're all- I
she
said
failed.
you
She
were all
succeeded
better.
by enough degrees that she just burned off the others.
well, thanks.
Quill.
I just thought of this. Bertram taking pictures in the middle of combat is so prompto coded. I just
100%.
just gotta throw that out there.
And then with
Keep
the
going.
emphasis on food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Quill,
Yeah, so
the monster you were fighting, has been crushed underneath the weight of this monster that you barely avoided.
Yeah, so seeing that, like she was about to like do the 1-2 again, and it was like this was a real fight, and there was blood on both of them, and then just it gets crushed, and then she's just like, oh, she's so sad now. Then she turns, but she was so focused on this one because it was the only one that like managed to hurt her. Then she turns around, kind of like sad, and then sees on the ground now, like Marley's there. She hadn't even noticed because she was just tuning out all the talking and everything. She was zoned in, and she just like from the sky above you just goes, "Oh, hello," and then turns to where the rest of them are, and then sees the big old
Yeah,
dragon.
everyone's in shadow on the other side of you. There's like just this huge shadow over everyone.
And it's just like her face lights up again. So from like, really sad to happy again. And she's gonna rush it. Yeah, in the air on her wings, just takes off.
All right.
Towards its face. We are going to, as I fly in front of it, going to agile feint again.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll that. That is a 24 with my plus 12. So it's nice.
Yep, you have made this vulnerable to your next attack.
Nice. Good, because I still have a hero point that I'm going to go ahead and use. And I have that yummy +2 circumstance bonus as well, so we're going to power attack.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Since the circumstance bonus is only a 2 and not a 5, I will use my unarmed instead of my talents, since that does have a higher attack bonus. So I'm going to power attack 5.
Well, I'll give you a
Yes.
little hint in that it's very easy to hit a giant kaiju, especially if it's vulnerable. So,
Bet.
it's still your call if you don't want to miss, but I mean, like, it might be worth fishing on.
It might be worth some crit fishing. All right, let's go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use my talents, and then we're going to...
Disclaimer, if you miss, it's not my fault.
Yeah, I don't... It wasn't a 17 or above, but that's only a... Oh my gosh. Math. I can't math. I said 5, right? So it's -5?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of a +8, I only get a +3. So that is a 19.
19 is a hit.
Oh, okay. Yay. So not a crit, but not a miss.
Yeah, and what's the damage on it? The DC?
DC 25.
DC 25. Okay. The whittling has begun. We're at another -1.
Nice.
As you basically just drag along the top of it, opening up some scales, and we go to Raven.
Cool. Would it be I want to do an investigation check on this creature to see if I can tell where it might be the weakest. Would that be considered like an action for me to do that?
There is, if you have an assessment, you could do it as a free action. The assessment advantage.
I don't think I have that.
If you can take a
Heroic feat, yeah.
Yeah,
You can say you have assessment for this turn at the cost of a hero point, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Well, because I wanted to do 2 actions in there. I needed to do that and then also an action. So I am not going to do that.
You can also still extra effort if you want to risk. If you have another hero point, or if you don't care about taking the penalty, you can do extra effort as well as taking the heroic feat.
So I want to do. I was going to use my hero point for the heroic feat, so that I could portal inside the creature to a weak spot, basically, like to the heart or to the brain, and then blast it from the inside out. That's what I was going to do.
So yeah, I started blasting.
Interesting.
So if I only have 2 things that I can do, I know I have the +2 circumstance or whatever, but if I only have 2 things I can do, then I can't investigate. So I will just go inside its head, where I think I can blow it up from the inside. So portal in and...
Yeah, so just making the assumption instead of spending the hero point on the assessment.
Yes, because I need to be able to do 2 things in order for it to work. I need to be able to portal and then also attack. So I have to use my hero point for that.
Yeah, I wish I remembered to do assessment on my last turn, because I have that and I haven't had opportunity yet.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
I have like expertise magic. It's not magical, so
I will allow this. It's a weird kind of attack that you don't necessarily have normally. You don't have the hero point to make up a new attack, so this will be a fun thing if you're down for it. Basically,
I'm down for it.
You will.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm down for it.
You'll buy the ability to do this for a future complication that I hit you with.
Oh boy, let's do it.
This is just a bargain. This is a thing that'll happen to you.
Sure.
So yes, you pop into its skull with your teleportation, which you normally wouldn't be able to do in this instance. But you have a rough idea of where you're going. You make a portal, And yeah, you can either go in and blast in there, or I'll say you can flavor it as blasting through the portal that you've put into his head.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So the portal, yeah,
appears where. That's dope.
Yep.
Roll an attack with the blast.
Oh god, that's a terrible roll. Where is that? That is terrible. I gotta find it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was moving my sheet all around so I could look at all the things.
It has a penalty on its dodge right now because this is
okay. So that's only a 10, and I have what, 2 that I could add to it.
Yep. Do you want to add that too?
I don't know. Do I? Do I want to add it? Is that gonna make a difference?
That is 100% your call.
Sure. Let's try it. What the hell?
So
I rolled a 2, so you know.
What I did was give it a -2 circumstance penalty to it, to its dodge here, which brought it down to a dodge of 11. Thanks to spending that +2, you got a 12. So it's gonna roll toughness. Okay. Oh no. Okay. It lets out this cry as your beam shoots out of the side of its head in one instance. This blasts out of it, and it is staggered. -3 and staggered. Another stagger drops it. That was interesting what had happened there. That takes us to... We are back around to... After Raven, the bear is dead. Slipstream.
Is Bertrum before me?
Darn it, Bertrum. Yes, Bertrum. Your name is on the other side of the card from everyone else. I don't know.
It's okay. I understand, Claude.
From when I missed a turn. You can... Yeah. Because I actually did miss you in initiative one round, you are welcome to take 2 standard actions without any kind of extras, any penalty on this. So,
oh, that's cool. Well,
enjoy.
First reaction assessment.
All right. Roll. I'll roll since it's. Can you tell me what your insight is?
I can. 7.
7. Okay. Cool. Looking at it, would you be more interested in knowing its offenses or defenses?
Defenses, I think.
Okay. I can give you a few of them. So, you know right away that its parry is much lower than yours, and its dodge is less than that.
Oh, okay.
It also has bad will. Really low will. Less than 10 in will.
Oh, wow. That's easy to will it.
Yeah, less than 10 will, and yeah, dodge and parry are actually even lower than those. It's power attack city on this thing.
All right, cool. So having done that, then he'll It's 2 standard actions. I think what he's gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna use my 2 actions to feint the creature and give the 4 that I gave everyone but Marley. I'm gonna try and make it vulnerable to all of them.
Okay. Roll those attacks for the feint. Or
is it just an attack?
Roll your acrobatics. Yeah.
Acrobatics. Oh, okay.
You are deceiving it with your acrobatic moves.
27.
Good heavens.
I like to think Bertrum's just dancing in front of it.
I'm taking pictures of it.
Crumping aggressively in its direction.
The flash is distracting.
Andrew doesn't understand what we're doing. Maybe he's casting a spell. You don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
Maybe it's a rain dance or something.
You have made it vulnerable to everyone except for Marley.
Can I then extra effort?
What you doing?
I
You
want to
can.
give Quill and Ember aid.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Roll a DC. Your roll, and your DC is 10. So
For sure, but not hit bad guys. Bertram helps other people hit bad guys.
He
True
throws
big.
his boomerang and then starts dancing. Got it.
until it gets back, yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it.
boy.
Still hasn't come back from before because I was in the lobster. It's just been going
It's
back
just
and
been-
forth.
It's looking
was
for
in
you.
the
Where'd you go,
Bertram was
buddy?
in the Olympics for breakdancing. I don't know if you knew this.
Oh no. He actually just missed out from going. Someone took his spot.
It wasn't fair, but I didn't mind too much. That's a lot of work, you know.
What did you get on your aid?
28.
Okay. Good news.
Wait.
Plus 5s.
I forgot about my +5, but teamwork. I've never been adding this to aids or anything. So all of these should have +5 on top of what I've been telling you.
Well, it caps for what they get from you at +5. So yeah.
Well, yeah, even more +5.
More. So
It's
yeah.
bigger. The bigger.
+5
bigger
in bold.
It is, yeah, in
Look
bold.
under your
It's been underlined.
chairs.
It's
Look under
vulnerable.
your masks, everybody. You get a +5.
This thing is
Thank you,
now
God.
vulnerable to everyone except for Marley. And Quill and Ember also have a +5 to hit it. Oh, alternatively, you can make it like it has a -5 to hit specific people.
Nah, it's fine. They can take it.
They can take it. It's fine.
Rip.
It'll, if it
Famous
ever gets a
last
turn.
word.
Now we're at
It's
slipstream.
literally invulnerable.
I have a question.
I may
Is-
have answers.
It's also to Raven because this is all kind of the same initiative round. Is the portal in the side of his head still open?
Ooh, well, I don't know because this is happening all at the same time. That's
It
a
is, and I'm very
really good
fast.
question.
It's
Yeah.
You are
only it's
very-
only on future turns that you have to take a standard action to maintain the portal,
Correct.
and it
Yeah, it's
hasn't come
open
around to
during my
that
whole
turn yet.
turn.
So it's
Yeah.
open.
So
Hell yeah.
I secure my visor, and over the mental link, I say, "This might take me out. Someone come find me." And then
Passing out in its head. Disgusting.
I get like a runner's lunge, and I take off, and I will do a slam attack running through the portal.
Oh yeah.
Get one healer on the team, and everybody has a death wish.
Everyone's like, now I'm immortal.
Marley's gonna be like, was this happening before I showed up? Just like,
Yeah. So go ahead and roll that unarmed attack.
Yep.
Oh no.
I believe
Yay!
in you.
And then, so vulnerable. What does all these vulnerable everything mean?
One
So
more. Like,
it
potato.
means it's like at half to be hit from you.
Okay.
you can
let's
also
say,
add +2 from Marley if you haven't used it already.
Yeah.
let's
I
say for
rolled
example,
high
it's let's say for example its parry is 6. It would be 3 right now, so a 13 to hit it.
So I
Just
had
as a
rolled,
random example.
yeah. I rolled a 14 on the dice, +9 +2, bring me up to
25?
25. Yeah.
All right. So what is
Kind of.
what's your accuracy on that? You said it was a +14,
+9
+9.
for my to hits are +9.
Oh, okay. Good heavens. And your speed?
I'm a little slower than usual. I'm at 14 right now.
Oh,
So slow.
so slow.
I love that
okay.
this is happening at the exact same time.
It is trying to make a DC 28 toughness check right now.
Oh.
Fail, fail,
Uh,
fail, fail.
And then I need you to make a DC.
Yeah.
Half of that is we round down. So you're making a DC 21.
Okay. I'll be good.
I rolled low.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
Uh-oh.
I rolled a 24.
I'm so happy right now.
I know the GM just reconsidering all of like his life decisions up to this
Yes.
point.
Does he get like an extra minus because it's his brain?
I did
That's
do
why
that
I went for the
yeah.
brain. That's what I thought at the beginning.
Maybe it's the toughest part of his body.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just gonna
Maybe.
have to not allow you to portal into people's brains, but since this is a big monster, I think
One time.
we're fine. Yeah, this is a one-time
I
deal.
can
You can't
Portal.
run into any old.
Maybe
I
the
could get-
brain is the creature in the big body is like a mech suit. A
I can
fleshy.
get portal
Kindly
into
mech
someone's
suit.
brain.
How cool would that be?
So many mech suits.
Well,
What if
I'm
it's
so-
Ember in there?
I can let you know right now.
So I have bad news for anyone who was hoping to use everything that Bertram just set up.
No, love it.
Because, please, Slipstream, just describe to us the killing blow through this thing's brain.
I think it's really like she's gonna regret this. She's like, I've
Oh, yeah,
only
what did-
done
I
something like
missed it.
this once ever in my life, and I hated it. And this is gonna be as gross.
What did you get on your toughness, by the way?
24.
24? Oh, yeah, you're good. Fantastic.
As she kind of like takes off, running across the water, then like up the side of the creature, like gaining speed, kind of dodging through all the tentacles, and whatnot.
Yes.
Before running up the neck and just absolutely like finding maybe like some like ridge or like something on it to kick off, use it as like a kickboard to like just full launch yourself through the portal. Just full.
Just
Diver.
like
Slipstream 100% needs a shower after this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
10,000 miles
this
per
bay
hour.
needs a shower after this because she bursts forth. Yeah.
Hopefully coming out the other side so she doesn't go down with this thing, but who knows?
If you
I
get
did say it was a.
covered in kaiju brain juice, you become a kaiju yourself.
It's true. I did say it was a
Once.
killing blow, but technically it's just incapacitated. So if someone wants to kill it after, but it'll die without any finishing blows after that. But yeah, you burst through it. You did fly out of its head, so I am gonna need you to make some sort of check to land. Roll me an athletics check.
Can I
A
attempt
luck check at
to-
first, maybe something
Because I was
there.
floating in front of its face, right? Or flying in front of its face. When I see her burst out, can I attempt to catch her?
Yeah, for free, roll me a dexterity check.
Just
I believe in
straight
you.
dex?
Just straight dex.
Ooh, okay. I don't know. Very high
Heterodexual.
dexterity.
I
that
regret this
was-
word.
What did you just say?
Don't worry about it.
We should all get a hero point just for you having said that.
For
For my
having to
shame?
hear it.
That's called psychic damage, everyone, and you're welcome.
That's just a 15.
If 15, that's enough.
Nice.
You to catching someone is usually just a DC 5 dex, but like there's special circumstances if they're flying at hundreds of miles per hour out of a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not easy, but you do catch her. There's like, because your eyes are so keen, you're able to like figure out what's flying out of this creature like that, because this all happened like faster than anyone could see it. Raven, I'd say you're connected enough to your portals to like know someone has used it, like just immediately. And yeah,
oh, I totally saw her go in because I'm right in front of it.
I'm
so,
running
like,
up through this. I'm very visible.
She had to go right by me. Yeah,
just and then boom,
Yeah.
and this thing just slumps and like crashes and is dragging trees and stuff into the water as it just
yeah.
starts sinking.
Would I have any kind of reaction to like adjust the portal afterwards, or does it just close? I don't know. I don't know how they
I
work.
guess the portal would still be sitting there. It'll go away next round, basically. It was just open for like this 6-second interval of chaos that just
Yeah.
happened. And yeah, Quill, you're able to catch your ally in a talon or with hands, however,
Hey, Quillek.
whatever's your instinct would be when someone's
Yeah, no,
moving at you that quickly.
I'm just like
I'm
I
grabbing
flung
mine.
out my arms, so I just like hugged her. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
shit.
grab back. Just hey, thanks. Thank you so much.
I think Ember will get on the comms and say, all right, everybody okay? Everybody alive? Yeah?
I'm okay.
Good.
That was really cool, by the way.
That was
Thanks.
badass. Let's do that again.
I'm just
you
like
know,
slowly
let's not.
flying us down. You get a
Maybe
very
not
nice
every day.
view though of
Yeah,
the
no,
island and
really
the
nice.
the bodies and everything of the the creatures. And we're just
I checked to
kind
make
of
sure
floating
none made it
down.
to the mainland,
Well,
to where
Good.
civilians are.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to take the time after the fact, everyone can kind of do
Well, I'm up here in the
some
air.
checking.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Going around-
flying around too.
I would say you if you find any, which you'd spot like a few here or there that are trying to like find little places to hide or go to safety, you're able to either wrangle them or take them out if they're attacking or dangerous. So yeah, it would be kind of like as the battle cools, it's understood that you're taking care of those things, and if anyone has any parting
Yeah,
words
so
before the end.
I set Slipstream down
Mhm.
and then make my way to the part of the island where it all kind of like started, where Quill and Raven portaled in. And you did say that Ember's fire aura had cooked 2 of the lobster creatures. So I want to go back, and if they're still there, because I can smell it. I want to use my one of my talons. I put my foot up to kind of cut a slit and into the lobster part of it, and I want just with my hand. I want to see if it tastes like lobster. I just put my hand into the cooked creature.
It
just
does
like-
indeed. Disgusting. It's
Lobster
delicious
tail.
though.
It is
Yeah.
cooked.
It is cooked.
It is
So,
cooked lobster
Bertram-
tail.
Bertram's
The
still
people
over
watching
there.
at home are like,
Bertram's
I
never
offer
really-
it to everybody.
I'll try it, please, just out of curiosity.
Yeah,
I also
Raven
might
also
take 'em.
takes a bite.
So Bertram's
Right.
never really gotten to move yet, so he's still over there. He's kind of on his knees, tired. He's looking at his little guy. He looks at the giant dead dying kaiju all over. He looks over at you guys partaking in the food. And he just like looks off. He's like, "It was beauty that killed the beast." I'm very
Absolutely.
conflicted.
What a note. What a note. Is anyone else?
And he's gonna take a picture of them all devouring that lobster.
Marley
think
is not joining the lobster party. She's kind of standing back from it, uncertain if she should come over or not.
Mhm.
And you guys also were talking over comms, and she clocks that too.
I think Raven.
Is everyone
I'm
else
sorry, go
okay?
ahead.
Kind of
I
looking
was
to the
gonna-
group for a lobster party.
I was gonna say, I'll be back, and I'll turn towards Marley and walk over to you.
Okay, but there might not be kaiju left when you get back. Keelek's going at it.
That's fine.
I feel like we could say.
Bertram whispers into his cardigan, "They won't get you."
No, the pet's great.
We're not
That's
savages.
different. That one is alive and uncooked.
No one.
Okay.
And I've turned it down to stage 1 because stuff still might happen. But
Yeah.
and I'll approach you and I'll just say, you okay? Well, why don't you? I mean, you don't have to eat it. You can just, but you can hang out.
I already ate tonight, and I don't know if the rest of them will be ready for me to hang out like that yet. I didn't. The random teleporting has been happening. I didn't intentionally come here, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I'm. Is this where you've been?
Yeah, I've been swimming in that volcano just a bit.
Casual.
It's got a. I don't know what to. It's. I don't feel like it's the source of my powers or anything, but it feels No, feels nice.
Yeah.
Might set up a base here or something. Are you is something going on between there is? Because it seems like there's some issues or something.
What's happened since you left? Some of the following the flow of my powers has been good, and she'll pick up your hand. But a lot of it hasn't been. And I have not been a good person. I've said some things I should not have said. I've maybe done things beyond what I thought I could do. And really wish that hadn't happened either. I don't know.
What do you mean? I mean, if you killed somebody or something? I don't think you would.
I almost did in that last fight I had with you. With that crocodile, I think I would have if it wasn't for you. And that scares me. And these powers scare me, and everything is getting worse. Not just with the powers. I don't usually dress like this. This is not Marley.
Is this family stuff?
Yeah, it is.
He'll reach down and like take both of your hands and like sort of cup them in his and just say, many people have seen it. I believe Slipstream mentioned it when we first met earlier. First time I had my powers manifest, I nearly burnt down the stadium that we were in. And if there's anything I've learned about having possibly destructive powers, it's that you're just learning to control them, and it's not your fault. Just means you gotta do a bit more to keep it under control. That's all it is. That's why I came here when I started realizing this was changing, but I'm rambling, sorry.
No.
Point is, it's that. It won't happen again.
I don't think I have a volcano that would work well for me, but you do.
So do
I
you.
don't know.
I'm right here. If your heart, your powers freeze the world over, I'll melt the ice. It's okay. You can lean on.
Back there to protect everyone else but you, and then you went out of your way to protect me.
Well, it's just this, situation. I can heal. They can't, as far as I know. But I get what you mean.
And I'll say, as you two are going back and forth a little. Oh, sorry. Does Raven?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think about this time, you will hear Raven thinking at just you, Marley. If you two are done making googly eyes at each other over there, why don't you come join the party? And that will be you knowing that everything's okay with Raven.
I'll say to Leo, Raven's inviting us back over. I want to stay, if you'll have me.
The answer is always yes.
Anyone who
On a piggyback ride? Sorry, keep going.
Oh, no, you're good. That's perfect. Anyone who still has comms active, which I think might just be Slipstream.
Yeah, I wanted to contact. I would leave as they come back to the group. Do a little spin to get any of the goopy stuff that's still on me to fling it off.
I was about to say, you could do like a spin through the water. Like, yeah, you can make it work.
It's like spin cycle.
Yeah, just
Exactly.
So anyone on the comms would get the report back. They say specifically, like, to the Emerald City away team, Vortex will be by to give transport. Kaiju taking control of in Freedom City. You can hear like the message feels a little disjointed, like Foresight's a bit distracted. Vortex will be on evac. Rocky of the Sentinels is injured. And she starts naming off the injured. A few superhero, and Momentum is currently down.
Send me his
Kind of the
location.
last one.
Send me the GPS location right now.
And you get a message on your phone, not on the thing. That'll be the GPS for that. And
I go.
And we get everyone eating. I'm assuming Quill is piecing up this thing for everyone. Yeah.
Do you say anything as you leave, or do we notice you go?
You would see her leave the group, and she doesn't go too far to talk and hear this bit. But you just see her. She's clearly very worried, and has something on her mind. I think you would feel it the most, Marley. Like, it is truly like, even though she's a little bit away from the group, like, this concern and fear is just emanating really brightly from her. Just deep fear and anxiety, out of love. And then she almost like an emptiness of, once it gets to saying that momentum's down, like almost this empty pit of dropping, of just, okay, just worst fear possible, and then running off. She wouldn't say
Raven.
She's trying to save time.
Yeah, Raven knows that like that your dad is out there, you know, that you were concerned about it, and being that Raven's in a dad headspace, especially right now, I think I would have been kind of clocking that the whole time. So I'll just send a text over to the group, basically, minus you. I'll do that quickly. Anybody hear anything? I know she was worried about her dad, is what I'll say.
And yeah, as everyone gathers together for the last bit, Slipstream taking off. If Quill or Bertram have anything before we head off, I think I know the exact frame I want to end on, but I have ideas.
So Bertram, as Marley's coming over, Bertram's kind of staying up. He hasn't been partaking in the lobster, so he's kind of been off to the side of it. He gets up and starts kind of walking away from them towards where Marley's coming from, and he kind of stops next to Marley, and he's like, I saw you, I heard you teleported in.
Yeah, I was at one of the Kensington Cares events before this. I don't think anyone saw me teleport away, but...
Okay. They're getting worse.
I always don't like them. Conrad was there, so it's just even less fun. The more my family that is there, the more stressed I am.
Well, have you been feeling the eye more often? More often?
The eyes have brought me here.
Right.
I guess it decided this is where I wanted and needed to be, which I can't argue with. I certainly didn't want or need to be there. So...
something like that. Hey, yeah. Don't. And he's kind of like lightly grabs onto you, and he's like, "Don't worry." And at this point, you're close to him. You haven't seen him as like quote unquote disheveled as he looks right now, which is like He hasn't shaved in a while, so he's like, I'm on the verge of breakthrough. It won't take me very long, but I got it.
Don't tell me anymore. Don't tell me what that means. Everything that I know, it will know, and I don't want it to use anything against whatever progress you've made. So I almost wish you hadn't even said that much. But don't tell me anything more.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yep. Mm-hmm.
This is
not
definitely
fine.
if you're feeling it, if it's allowed, then there's a very like weird nervous energy that's like a little unsettling because you've never felt Bertram like nervous to this extent. Like he's excited, he does like think there's a breakthrough, but this is like a weird jitteriness that you have not.
I'd also say there's a level of obsession.
Yeah.
Bertram.
And you haven't seen that from him.
And Bertram's like, after he says those things, like he's kind of just walking away.
Marley remembers what it felt like when she first encountered the eye and someone else was connected to it, and she was on that connection. Does this feel similar? Does it feel like another person has entered the chat?
I mean, I don't think so, unless Claude has something else to say.
I would say you're not sure. You have the suspicion, as you do in character. Yuri, were you trying to say something?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize I was muted, but
You're good.
When Bertram like turns away, and you're left with these like feelings, you hear Quill like yell like mid-mouthful. She's just like, you guys better hurry. I'm already halfway through it because there's not much left, and Marley and Ember haven't had any yet. Oh, yeah.
And I think that line is the perfect one to leave off on. There's also, you would see the final frame, like, they're yelling that, and then there's, like, just a little jar sitting on the ground with some of the Polaroids next to it. Or actually, the jar would be, and I'm pretty sure you did not set the jar down, so it would be in hand.
Those are mine.
But you have actually dropped a couple of the photographs while you're kind of in this headspace.
Okay.
You'll probably get it
Look
before
at
the
this
end.
graph.
That's fair.
And that is where we will end this issue. Sorry, it went a little long there, folks, but there was some stuff to resolve at the end for sure. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much for listening. I have been your GM, Claude, aka Curly Insane Guy. Find me on Threads and Twitch. I'm going to keep this really brief tonight and kick it over to Sam.
I'm Sam. You can follow me on Threads at server.sam or Blue Sky at Comic Sam's. If you want to listen to me do more podcast stuff, I got audio podcasts over with the Comic Broadcasting Network. You can look up the show The Written and the Lost or Records of the Unknown on our Variety Hour feed. Shannon?
Hi, I'm Shannon. I've been playing Raven, and you can find me pretty much all over the place at Imaginif. I am AGINIF. You can also catch me over on High XP Society playing a Triangle Agency series called Redacted on the Tuesday nights. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, Tuesday nights. And you can also catch me hosting Creator Spotlight on my channel, Imaginif Media, on the first Tuesday of every month. So if you're a creator and you're doing something cool, I want to highlight you. Just follow the links and yeah, send me some love. And Yuri.
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Yuri. That is Yuri, pronounced she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere. Let's see, next week I'm going to be back here, and don't kill my character, but not as Quill for Superhero Shenanigans. We will be playing Masks. And so that will be going on, but you will see me here on this channel. I will be over at Roll D5 as well. And yeah, I think that's it for me. My goings on right now. I'll pass it over to Tasha.
Oh my goodness, thank you. Like they said, my name is Tasha. You can find me as Natty Batty Games here on Twitch or Natasha B Cosplays over on Instagram. I will not be playing next week in Mass, but I will be at C2E2 in Chicago. So if anyone wants to meet me or wants to just hang out, please hit me up. I'd love to do anything. And I've played Tally, aka Slipstream, a very concerned child for her parent. and I will pass it over to Extell.
Oh, hello, that's who I am. Sorry, I blinked out on who I am for a minute. Sometimes I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm who? Anyway, I'm Extell. You can find me at Extro the King on the socials. Pronouns he, him. I've played Ember, aka Leo King. Really, both of them are his name. I think he's kind of like Batman in that sense. Who are you? I'm Ember. But anyway, you can find me at Tales from the Table Studios, where I'm the social media manager over there. You can catch us for our finale episode of Path of the Fates on April 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific. I think it's like 1 p.m. Eastern. Time is a weird thing. But it's we've been doing stuff. The Force is dying. The Force is dying. The Force is dying. And we have to stop it. So come by for a finale as we try to save the Force. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderfully stressful. I love it. The cast is amazing. Come by and watch it. It's wonderful. What else? There's fun stuff coming up on my stuff. You can catch me on All Our Faults as well. Jamon's Arts podcast. I have a lot of stuff to get through. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to be going for a second here. No, I don't, because I don't remember anything else. So you can just follow me.
It's on your link tree. It's in the chat. Yeah. It's on the description if you're watching VOD.
I have a Start Playing. You can check that out where I have games available to join. So there you go. And back to you, Kate and/or Claude, maybe, whichever one you've.
It's my turn. I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays, and also Don't Kill My Character. Find my cosplay things as Kate the Great Cosplays, and let's talk more about what's coming up on Don't Kill My Character, because that's where you are right now. So, Superhero Shenanigans returns. We're back to our every other Wednesday schedule, so Wednesday, April 16th. And then we're going to have full Superhero Shenanigans canon episodes DM'd by Alex of Green Ronin Publishing. And very excited for those. And those will be Saturdays. So Saturdays, April 19th and 26th. And then back to every other for Superhero Shenanigans on Wednesdays, April 30th. And then, as Yuri said, we also have Masks: A New Generation returning. That'll be Tuesdays, April 8th and 22nd. And all this information is in our Discord. So if you're not already in there, jump in there. It's the best place to find all of our schedule announcements. You find out first. And if you don't have Discord, follow us across our social media. Updates also go there. And that's all from me. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Oh, giveaway. We got to pull the giveaway winner. Let's get our winner of the Green Ronin Publishing Awards. It is King Zeb. Congratulations, Zeb. You won the giveaway. I will DM you on Discord for those PDFs. And thank you so much again to Green Ronin Publishing for giving us the PDFs of the Basic Heroes Handbook and the Reign of Cats and Dogs Adventure for Mutants and Masterminds to give away. So if you didn't win it this time, jump back for another Superhero Shenanigans. We give them away at every one until we run out, and then we beg Green Ronin for more. Thank you so much. Love you all. And there are always more stories to tell. Bye. Stick around for the raid.